It was quite strange actually, because I went into the first gym I went into was in Ballarat. I went into a gym there. I can't remember the name of it because I was down there for trade school. I had week blocks of trade school, and I went in the gym, and they signed me up and said, "Oh, you got to do your warm ups." And he said, and it had on there push-ups. And I said, "How many push-ups do you do?" He goes, "Oh, do as many as you can." I went, "Okay." And he came back and he's like, "You're still doing them?" Like, yeah. He said, "Do as many as you can." He said, "How many have you done?" I said, "Well, that's 200.
God.
Started learning and going to the gym. What I was doing was riding a bicycle all the time.
Yeah.
And my upper body started to grow quite quickly,
Yeah.
but my legs didn't. And the guy at the gym said, "Oh, you shouldn't ride your bike. It overuses them." And that was the last time that bike ever got ridden. I started getting accused from all people around the area of taking gear and being on drugs and all that sort of stuff. And I just kept training away, and I just kept hearing it all the time. And I was like, that's ridiculous. Like, I haven't done anything. All I did was eat, sleep, train, and go to work.
Yeah.
Retirement people are on steroids. He said, because it's hormone replacement. This is before HRT and everything was out there.
Yeah, go ahead.
So he gave me some Sustanon and some Deca. And he said, take one a week. And 8 weeks later, I'd put on 17 kilos.
There was a bit of doping going on, but they just knew how to do it well. And I guess...
the average bodybuilder takes about 30-40% of the steroids a cyclist take.
Are you serious?
Yeah, cyclists are insane, mate. Back in the 90s, the amount of gear the cyclists took was absolutely insane.
Are we talking about sprint? Are we talking about sprint or road cyclists as well?
Both.
Hey guys, not to take up too much of your time and to allow us to get straight into this podcast, allow me to thank my sponsors, Macro Foods. You can go to macrofoods.com.au and use code MTP10 to get 10% off. And Nutrition Warehouse, your number one supplement store. Go to nutritionwarehouse.com.au. You can use code MTP15 to get 15% off. All this is below in our description. Australian bodybuilder has competed for NABBA and IFBB, Mr. Australasia, Mr. Universe, Medium Class London, lived in various areas, states, countries. You could assume he's on the run. Push-ups is what got him started. Grew up on a deer farm, raced motocross, went into a supplement store, asked, was he going to be competing soon? He wasn't. And now it introduced him to competitions. Was accused of taking steroids earlier on in his bodybuilding journey to actually, at that time, not taking them, which did flip a switch. Ripped and insane at 2 a.m. Smooched water bag at 5:30 a.m. That was a competition day, which we will talk about. The guy who pissed off, maybe upsetting him, Brian Buchanan. He's trained with Nasser Zambadi and Sonny Schmidt. Please help me welcome Shane Stratton. How are you, mate?
Good, buddy. Thanks. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too, mate. We've had a bit of a chat over the phone a little bit and also messaging. But as I said before the podcast started, I don't know, mate. You've got me thinking about going to another country, and yeah, it's just really, I've got this. I can't get rid of it at the moment,
mate. I seen the way Australia was going back in late 90s.
Yeah.
Early 2000, you left.
What did you see back then? What did you see? What did you see?
It was just little things like like when I was competing, I'd done the first year of competing at the Universe, and where I was living in Nelson Bay at the time, up just out of Newcastle, and they had a grant, a sporting grant. To do that, you had to have win the national championship. You had to place third in the world, all this criteria to meet it. And I fit all the criteria.
Yep.
And I filled it all in. And the first question on it, are you Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander? That was the first question on the actual application.
Yep.
And I didn't get it. They gave it to an Aboriginal kid that had never even won a state competition and had never had a job, has been on his dole all the life, and he got 20 grand for doing nothing. So like, it's biased, you know what I mean? And then the taxes, the laws, the rules, I was like, it's getting ridiculous. So we packed up and left, sold everything.
Where is this? Where you've ended up from that time?
Well, when we left there, I moved to Pattaya in Thailand. I had a gym on the beach there, Universe Gym.
Yep.
Right on the beach road. We were in Thailand for 9 years. My daughter was born in Thailand. I didn't want her to grow up thinking Thailand is normal, especially for a young girl.
Yep.
So we packed up and moved to Spain. I was in Spain for a couple of years. I had a job opportunity come up in Indonesia. So I went back to Indonesia for 4 years. But with it got very radicalized religion-wise while we're there.
Yep.
Like our office, at the start, there was about 10% wearing the headscarves and that.
Yep.
After 4 years, there was 90%. So it wasn't good for walking around and stuff like that. It was very, very racist.
Yeah.
Like, you got picked on all the time. And if one of them had a problem with you, 100 million had a problem with you. So I moved wife at the time and daughter to Andorra.
Yeah.
And I commuted for a year, and then I've been here ever since, last 11 years.
Wow. So how did you, I mean, we'll get into the bodybuilding, but let's talk about this. I mean, how accommodating was the family? How hard was it? How was it to get everyone on par at the same, thinking the same? Was it challenging?
Not really, because basically it was more for them to come over, so they didn't have to put up with with living in Jakarta and stuff like that. Like, living in a town with 20 million people is not exactly fun.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can sit in traffic for 45 minutes and go 100 yards.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you know Andorra. It
looks beautiful.
Tiny little country. Yeah, we're about 2 hours inland from Barcelona. It's landlocked between Spain and France.
Yep.
We're not in the EU, which is great.
Wow.
And it's its own country. There's no immigration. It's basically made up of Spanish, French, and expats.
How do you is it a strong criteria to be able to live there? Do you have to meet certain demands?
Yeah, you have to have all your police clearances and history and pay to get in, basically.
Pay to get in there? Is it expensive to get in there?
Yeah. There's a couple of ways to do it. You can come in as a passive resident where you don't work. You've got to invest at the moment €600,000.
Okay.
Into an apartment or something like that.
Yep.
And then you deposit €50,000 and 10,000 for everyone else that's underneath. Say your wife, children, whatever. Okay. There's another 10,000 for them.
Yep.
But if you leave, you get that back.
Oh, wow! It's expensive though.
Or you can.
Or.
Yeah. Yes and no.
Or what else? What else can you do? Or how else can you get in there?
Athletes. A lot of athletes here. It's mainly made up of MotoGP, bicycle riders.
Okay.
A lot of athletes live here, so they've got a special athlete program. For that, you just have to have a rental contract and deposit 50,000, but you've got to show you're at world level. You know what I mean? As an athlete.
It sounds like sounds like who?
Jack Miller lives here.
Jack Miller, yeah.
Yeah, he's here. He's just up the road. There's a couple of young riders, Harrison Boyd and Harry Curry, there in the Spanish Championship or the Junior World Championship. Yeah. They live here. A lot of Australian cyclists. Max Frick, the Speedway rider in the World Championship, he lives here. So, yeah, there's a little community here, but all athletes.
Is it Being that what you've described to me, it sounds like a safe place, and it sounds like a healthy place.
Well, basically, there's zero crime.
Yeah.
You don't need to lock your cars. You don't need to lock your house. It's only in high season when all the tourists come in. You've got to be a bit careful. But I've lost the keys before I couldn't find them.
Yeah.
And the ignition in the car, and it was on the street for 3 days. It was sitting there for 3 days. Like you can leave if someone's coming and you've got something to do. You just leave your door unlocked. They'll come and do the work and leave again. So there's no crime here at all. There's one road in from France, in and out from France, and there's one road in and out from Spain.
Yeah.
So if there is any problem, they just shut the border.
Wow. And not to be part of the EU. So what's the currency there? What is the currency there?
We use euro.
Yeah.
It is euro, but we're nothing. Like when I first moved here, we had zero tax.
Yep.
But the French and the Spanish and the EU put a lot of pressure on Andorra about it. So now we've got 4.5%.
4.5%. Hey guys, Steve here. I hope you're enjoying the podcast. I don't want to take up too much more of your time. You know the drill. We'd love you to subscribe. We'd love you to hit the notification bell. Why? It gets us out there, allows us to go and get bigger, better, greater. We've already had some great guests, as you know, but we want to continue this. We want to continue this journey with you. So if you could, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you're notified each time we put up a new podcast. Thank you for allowing me to take you away from the podcast. Let's get back to it. So we'll start again. Chris got on the timestamp. Yeah, so I feel like with Australia at the moment, like we can never have the good old days again, but I feel like every single person's brainwashed. Like I was talking to the tax department yesterday, and their system is so archaic. It breaks down. They can't calculate. They can't do anything. Like the system is like archaic. Like you change something the day before, you want to change it back. They don't know how to do it. And they date you incorrectly, and you say, no, I spoke to you guys yesterday. Oh, let me check my notes. It's just like they don't know anything. And this is the tax department, right? And they're in the same boat. How can they be happy with their systems and feel like they're themselves? Like it's just everyone's brainwashed. And
what I don't understand is like with the tax, the police and all these things, with all these stupid laws and controls they've brought in, who in their right mind, being a human being, would try to enforce those as a copper?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What copper's going to try and lock you up for not wearing a mask?
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking ridiculous. But you make a Facebook post and they come and knock on your door in your house.
Yes.
Like who in their right mind, being a human being, would say, oh, yeah, that's right, let's go lock up a grandmother for talking about her next door neighbour getting raped by an immigrant?
Because, I'll tell you why. Because I was telling Chris today, they're so brainwashed that they read it. So in other words, a cop loses his logic and says, it's written here in the statutory, it's written here in the rules and measures. So in other words, because it's read, they do it. And I'll just say something to you. How good is a lawyer? Think about a lawyer. They're not that good. I'll tell you why. They're not going to do a case and pull a rabbit out of a hat. They're going to follow whatever rules are put in front of them and try to stretch the truth.
Yes.
Other than that, they play in guidelines. What I mean is a lawyer only takes on a case that he knows, one, he can get paid for it, and it can go a duration to get paid so he can go to the Maldives. Other than that, lawyers, they're conspiring, negotiating, and they're not smart. Like it's not like, like I said, I'll say one more thing. I had a financial advisor come. I've said this before. Nice guy. I've got no problem with the financial advisor guy. No problem with him. But he sat down at my table and I said, can you tell me where the next place to invest property is? And he goes, I don't know that. I said, or can you tell me when any of the shares, gold or whatever? Oh, I can't tell you that. I go, what can you tell me? He goes, no, I said, I stopped him. I said, All you can tell me is what managed funds tell you, what Perpetual tells you, what they tell you, and you pass it on to me, correct? He goes, yeah, pretty much. And I said, and without sounding rude, and this is going to sound arrogant, he's rocked up in a Kia. I don't know about you, man, but if he rocked up in something a little bit, and I'm not talking about a new Kia. They're quite nice, the Kias. Chris has got one. Chris has got a nice Kia, by the way. He's got a nice Kia. What model's your Kia? Serato. It's a nice Serato, mate. I don't want to, sorry, Chris, even though I do judge him every day, but that's another story. But having said that,
at least it's not an EV.
It's not an EV. That's right. No, man. No, not an EV. But what I'm getting at is this was no joke, man. This was a runaround. Well, it's what would be for a runaround. What I'm getting at is at the time I had probably $200,000 worth of cars. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm taking managed fund advice from a guy driving a Kia. No offense to the guy. The guy's okay. Nice guy. I like him. What I'm getting at is, wouldn't I like him to rock up maybe in, hey, let's just say this, just a nice Merc, maybe a nice BMW, just something, maybe, I don't know.
But the trouble you've got in Australia, when they rock up in a nice Merc with a Rolex on and a nice suit, everything's leased or on
100%.
No one owns anything there anymore.
Fuck.
I've never, I don't owe any money. I've never had.
Me
I've
either.
Never loaned borrowed anything.
Me either. I don't want to say about Chris borrowing for his car, but that's another story.
if you got, I always looked at your car should be about 10% the value of your house. So if you're sitting in $1 million house, you can have $100,000 car.
Yeah.
If you pay for it.
Yeah.
But you've got people renting a 1-bedroom flat in Sydney with the latest Mercedes leased.
Man, I grew up like you. I mean, maybe, I don't know. I don't know. But I grew up, my dad was a working class. He just worked he worked in factories. We didn't get a car till I was 16. It was a Valiant. 1968, 69 Valiant. Beautiful crimson color, right? It even had wonderful faded sun damage on it. So it was perfect. Yeah, my dad got it cheap. I was 16 years old. Yeah, it was 16 years old when we got it, right? Think about it. Or not even, maybe I was 13. But what I'm getting at is I just knew you bought your car. My first car was $170. It was a Valiant. Funny enough, my car was a Valiant. But what I'm getting at is my first car, and I drove it for 8 years. 8 years I drove the thing, as long as it could get me places. And I had a pretty good job, but a car to me, I don't know, like I said to you, it is a bit screwed up at the moment, but I think, like I said to you, I think everyone, even accountants, all they're doing is going, when you say to an accountant, you've got it wrong, they'll say to you, or the tax office or anyone, they just go like this, but it's written here. No, of course it's written. It's written, but you're more fooled than everybody here. This is not right. So I think Australia, even though we're not talking bodybuilding yet, I reckon we get taxed here 85%. I reckon 85% of our dollar.
It'll be one of the highest tax countries in the world now.
Man, don't worry about our wages. We're talking about tolls, car registrations, GST on everything. And you don't want to drive in Australia anymore. I'll tell you why. One, they've got cameras for everything now. They've got cameras, and what they do now with the cameras, what they're doing in suburbs, they're dropping the kilometres down to 60 to 50, 50 to 40, and you're driving in a suburb that used to be 50. So you thought, I remember this suburb. Just, Sydney, just in Oxford Street. Yes. Oxford Street just in Oxford Street here in the city, near Darlinghurst, around that area, but a bit more down. I was driving, and I got a fine, and I go, I got done for 48 kilometres an hour. I go, what the hell? I didn't go over 50, and it was because they turned it to 40 kilometres.
Yeah.
So they're just. I've smashed the fines at the moment. I can't go anywhere. I just get fined. I get fined. So. They just got us. But anyway, since we love Australia so much and we're all coming to Andorra, let's start off with the first question. The first time I wanted to be a bodybuilder, you were about 10. And so my father found me doing push-ups and asked me what I was doing, and I looked, I looked at the man in the movies as you looked at Arnold and Conan, or Arnold and Conan. That got you into bodybuilding and doing push-ups, yeah?
Yeah, I'd seen the thing in the papers and magazines and that, the advertisement for the movie.
Yep.
And I said to him when I was about 10, "Oh, I want to look like that." And he just laughed at me.
He just laughed at you, did he? A lot of people, I actually didn't, a lot of people that I've spoken to really have resonated with movie characters like Superman, obviously Conan, not so much the Terminator. I mean, the Terminator had an amazing body, but Marvel characters, everyone wanted to look like a Marvel character.
Yeah, He-Man and all those sort of.
Yeah. So, all right, so that was when, but you hadn't got into bodybuilding yet, but that was the light in the distance.
I was a motocross racer when I was a kid.
Yeah, you were a motocross racer. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I raced motocross all around Australia in the juniors, and then obviously when I was 14, I went into the seniors.
Yep.
Raced Mr. Motocross Championships and that around Australia. And I started when I got 16.
16.
I moved to a 250.
Yep.
Two-stroke, and I was really small and skinny, and I wasn't strong enough. So I started going to the gym a little bit to try and build my strength up to hang on to the bike.
Oh, right. Okay. So that was your first introduction to the gym, and what was that like?
It was quite strange actually, because the first gym I went into was in Ballarat.
Yeah.
I went into a gym there. I can't remember the name of it because I was down there for trade school. I had week blocks of trade school, and I went in the gym, and they signed me up and said, "Oh, you got to do your warm ups," and he said, and it had on there push-ups, and I said, "How many push-ups do you do?" He goes, "Oh, do as many as you can." I went, "Okay," and he came back and he's like, "You're still doing them?" Like, "Yeah." You said, "Do as many as you can." He said, "How many have you done?" I said, "Well, that's 200.
God. Unbelievable.
Because that's all I did.
Of course, you started at 10 years old.
Yeah.
And
So
go on.
push-ups and pull-ups and things like that, I could do as many as I wanted to.
Oh, wow. So obviously that still hadn't captured your attention yet. Obviously there was something brewing.
No.
You were still, like I said, you did it to get stronger because you were moved to the 250 class.
Yeah, it wasn't until I blew my knee out.
That's right. Yep.
Back on doing motocross, and back then the surgery wasn't the greatest.
Yep.
As far as technology goes for fixing it, and so I moved from motocross to road racing.
Yep.
And I ended up in 250 GP. Raced 3 years of the Australian Championship of that.
Wow.
And was I think the last year there was 7 rounds, and I think I had 5 pole positions.
Wow.
But I ended up in the ambulance about 3 times. I tend to, it was either win or bushes.
Wow.
There was no in between.
Oh, look, I've got a few motorcycles myself, by the way. I got, since you're into motorcycles, I'll tell you what I got. I got the 1988 GSXR Slingshot 750.
Yeah.
I've got 2 of them in blue. I had 2 of them in red and white, but I sold one of the red ones. I've got the 1990 Japanese anniversary one, the anniversary that has a little Australian flag on the side of it. I've got the black one. I've got CBR 1000 Nicky Hayden special. What?
Yep.
Yeah, that's the Repsol. You know the Repsol?
Yeah, the Repsol one.
Yeah, I got the Repsol one. Yeah, I got that. What else have I got? I've got 91. This is the one I've kept. It's like my shoes. It's my 91 Fat Boy. I've got a 1991 Harley Davidson Fat Boy, 91 model, ruby red on red. I've got
cool.
It's it's hot. It's a beautiful bike, 91 model. The same one Arnold Schwarzenegger rode in the Terminator 2, I think it was. Yeah. But he had obviously a black one. I've got a ruby red on red. I've got a ruby red on red. I bought it on purpose. An 87 Heritage. And I've got a 2003, I think it is. That's the 100th year anniversary. I got an Electroglide. So I got an Electroglide. So.
Okay.
And a Honda Spacey scooter, mate. 250 scooter. There you go. We'll finish off with that one.
Yeah.
And it was really funny. Mind you, I've sold 2 bikes already, right? No, meaning I've got those, but I've sold 2. And the funniest thing was I sold one and my son came round and I said, yeah, I sold the bike. He goes, oh, okay. I said, I think I got 9 left. And he goes in there, goes, you've still got 9. I go, did I have 10? So it's crazy, man.
No, it's the way it is.
You just...
No, I love, like, that was my passion, is racing bikes and everything.
Yeah.
And it was going well, but at the end, I missed out on a ride to go to America.
Mm-hmm.
My manager had signed. We first started signing it, and preliminary stuff was all done, and then the series fell over. So I went back to Yamaha to try and get a ride there, and they just signed another rider, so I missed out. And I was doing it by myself, so I was in debt a bit. I didn't have the money to buy a new bike, and I thought, there's no point. I mean, I'm just going to get hurt trying harder than riding over my limit because I can't get new tyres, I can't afford it and stuff. So I walked away, and I had nothing to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up, I used to do a lot of cycling for the fitness.
Yeah.
And I wanted to go into velodrome cycling, but the velodrome was too far away from where I lived. And then I thought I'll go into triathletes, but because I sink like a stone. I guess it's because you got no fat on you, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's too hard. I was like, no, fuck that. There's no point. So I just started going to the gym.
Wow.
And just started learning and going to the gym. But what I was doing was riding a bicycle all the time.
Yeah.
And my upper body started to grow quite quickly, but my legs didn't. And the guy at the gym said, oh, you shouldn't ride your bike. It overuses them. And that was the last time that bike ever got ridden.
Wow. Do you think about it? Do you think it's true though? I mean, I get the mentality, but how big are those guys with the bikes, the bike riders, man? They're all got fucking...
Yeah, but if you say that guy in Germany, there's one guy in Germany, his legs are insane.
Yeah.
Make Tom Potts look small.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I
mean? They've got amazing legs. I ride my...
He's a sprinter.
That's a difference.
So when you watch him train, he squats like 650.
Fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, he trains like a powerlifter.
Well, I'll go into the story when the very beginning, but I just want to know, did you know Doohan and all those guys? Did you know them well? And who was it again? It was Doohan. It was Doohan and Gardner. Gardner.
Gardner was already overseas.
Yeah.
Mick, Scott Doohan, his brother, he was riding for HRC in Honda in Australia. I knew Scott really well. Daryl Beattie, who went to the 500s as well.
Oh, yeah, Daryl Beattie.
Yeah, I raced him a lot of times in Australia on the 250s.
Wow.
All those boys, I know them. I know all the current ones that are over here now as well, because I live here. Most of them live here for the training, for the altitude, and of course the no tax.
Yeah, 4% now, which is too much. I would be complaining. So somehow, by obviously maybe bike riding and then dumping the bike, you've walked into a supplement store in Newcastle, and the guy at the counter asked you, how long have you been dieting for, and are you getting ready for a New South Wales Championship comp? And you laughed at him, and you said, and it told you. I mean, that's how you always look. Tell us that story.
Yeah, no, we had a small job in Newcastle. We went in there, it was hot, and I just had shorts and tank top on from work. We finished off early afternoon. And because I started training, I thought, maybe I can get some protein powder.
Yeah.
So I walked in, and I was just walking around the shop looking, and the guy said, oh, hey, mate, how are you? How long have you been dieting for? And I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, well, you're really lean. I was like, I always look like this.
Yeah.
He goes, well, how long have you been training for? And I went, 3 months. And he's like, you've been training for 3 months? I'm like, yeah. are you getting ready for the competition? I said, what? And he's like, oh, the New South Wales Championships in 2 weeks. Are you doing it?
Yeah.
I was like, no. And he goes, you should do it. And he talked me into it. I thought, why not? I think I was 72 kilo or something, 73 kilo.
Yeah.
I didn't diet at all. He just showed me some poses and helped me with a routine. And I come second in the open class.
That is hilarious. Is that when the lights went on? Is that when you... not yet?
It was cool, but I thought, as soon as I looked at it, I thought, how can I get second when I'm so skinny? You know what I mean? So I thought, oh, well, I'll see if I can put on some more weight. And but when I got back from that, I started getting accused from all people around the area of taking gear and being on drugs and all that sort of stuff. And I just kept training away, and I just kept hearing it all the time. And I was like, that's ridiculous. Like, I haven't done anything. All I did was eat, sleep, train, and go to work.
Yeah.
And I didn't go out. I didn't drink. Didn't do anything like that. So I thought, I went to see my local doctor, and I asked him, and he said, well, if you took steroids properly, or you go to the pub once a week and get pissed, in 10 years' time, you'd be much better off. Your body would be in much better shape if you've taken the steroids.
Wow, which doctor's that? Now, that's a strange doctor.
He was my personal doctor I'd had for years.
Yeah.
And he said, he goes, I'm the doctor for the retirement village down the road. And he said, 90% of the retirement people are on steroids. He said, because it's hormone replacement. This is before HRT and everything was out there.
Yeah, go ahead.
So he gave me some Sustanon and some Deca.
Yeah.
And he said, take one a week. And 8 weeks later, I'd put on 17 kilo.
So you've gone to the doctor, you found an encouraging doctor. The doctor's told you stuff that no doctor tells you, which still till today no doctor tells you. I just want to know the story. I want to get clear. So he gave you a prescription to go to the chemist to go get Deca.
Yeah, I went to the pharmacy and picked up boxes of Sustanon and Deca from the pharmacy.
And did he tell you how long to take it for?
He said just take it for 6 to 8 weeks. He gave me 2 months supply.
He's a steroid doctor. He's the best. Go on.
And and see how you go. And because I'd been in the competition, I'd come down a bit. I think I was like, say, 72, and I went to 88 kilo.
What did he say when he saw you 6 weeks later?
He was a little shocked.
He was a bit shocked?
But yeah, he was a little shocked. But like I said, when anything I do, I usually do it 100%. So like when I was racing, I never drank alcohol. I never went out. And when I wasn't racing, I'd go out and drink with the boys, go and have fun, do all the shit everyone does. But then as soon as I started bodybuilding, that was it. Only healthy. Like everything was, I made all my food. Like on a Sunday, some people go, oh, what are you doing on Sunday? And I'm like, growing.
Wow.
Sunday was morph day. So I just lay on the sofa and eat all day.
Your motocross, your competitive nature and discipline was, like I said, miles ahead of many people, I guess, or the people that were really good back in those days in regards to bodybuilding. You fitted the criteria perfectly.
Well, the way I look at it, if you're going to do it, you do it right or don't bother. Well, like I can look back on life now, like because I'm an old fucker. I can look back on life now and I've got no regrets.
Yeah.
Like even with the bike racing, I always wanted to be in the world championship racing bikes and stuff. It didn't happen, but I put everything I had into it. I give it 110%. It didn't work. Okay, move on. But I can't look back and say, oh, what if I had done this or what if I had done that? Because I did it. I did everything I could.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work, you move on to something else.
So just again, because I want to compare to today a little bit, did the doctor take your bloods? Was he checking your bloods or anything like that?
Yeah, he asked me, he said, when you finish, come in and we'll check your blood work. And from when I was bodybuilding, on average, every 3 to 6 months, depending if I was competing or not like that. I had all my blood work done. What I found, but it got really expensive. Like if I went in to get a full liver function test, it was $800.
Wow.
And of course it wasn't covered. So
they don't cover liver tests. That's incredible. Go ahead.
No. But what I found, if you went in for a HIV test, they done a full breakdown of your whole body and liver test included.
Oh, so you just said I want to get a HIV test. Perfect.
So you find one of the clinics or something that works with all the gays or whatever they do.
Yeah.
And I'd go in for a HIV test every 3 to 6 months.
Did you walk in with a little bit of swagger and a bit of a lisp? Did you wear pink or something? What did you do to get there?
No. Actually, I've got a funny story about that.
Please.
A few years later.
Yeah.
After I'd won the universe, we'd moved down to Melbourne. I was living there, and the same thing, to go and get your bloods done. And the doctor there, he wouldn't prescribe steroids, but he'd give you everything else. Like he'd give you HCG, he'd give you Chloromed, anything like that to get your test back up, to levels back up. Mm-hmm. He'd give you all that side of it, but he wouldn't give you the steroids itself. Mm-hmm. So I'd go and see him to get my to get all my levels done and get those sort of things checked. Mm-hmm. And after a couple of times seeing him, I went in for an appointment, and the secretary goes, "Oh, you got a double appointment." And I'm like, "What? Oh, well." I went in, he asked what I wanted, everything like that. And he said, "Now, do you mind if I ask you some questions?" And I'm like, "Well, what about?" He goes, "Well, I only know what steroids do for what they're meant for. If they're for curing cancer, if they're for getting some weight back on, something like that. I don't know what they do in a normal person."
All right.
How do they work for people that are normal? Because I'm really interested in using them in some of my patients. And this went on for about a year. He was always asking me questions and everything.
Oh, wow.
And I was in there one day, and at the end, he's like, "Oh, Shane, hypothetical question. There's a patient, say there's a patient, and he's got 3 to 4 weeks to live.
Did you know that 1.2% of the Australian and New Zealand population between the ages of 16 and 19 are lacking in protein? Don't be that 1.2%. Go to nutritionwarehouse.com.au to get all your supplement needs, and why not use a cheeky discount code MTP15 to get 15% off all your orders. nutritionwarehouse.com.au, my number one supplement store.
Full blown, he's like the Medicate, where he's been medicated, is ulcerated, he's got holes, his body's collapsing. What would you prescribe him, and why would you do it?
God.
So I went through things like I give him oxymethylone to get his red blood cell count up, but you'd only give it to him for 2 weeks at this stage because of too much stress on his liver. I give him DECA for this. I use Anavar for this. I up his test levels and went through all different drugs and things like that. And he's writing it all down. And he's like, "Oh, thanks for that." It would have been a year later. I was in there again, and I was waiting for my appointment, and a guy walked out, and he went, "Oh, Shane, this is so-and-so." I went, "Hello, who are you?" And I walked in, he went, "Oh, that was Mr. Hypothetical."
No way. Wow. What does that tell you?
He'd done what I told him to do.
What does that tell you?
The doctors know fuck all.
But don't you think, like you've come across some courageous doctors though as well, even though they know fuck all. You're right.
Yeah. Well, I had knee surgery once.
Yeah.
Well, I've had 7 surgeries on my right knee and 2 on my left. I'd had knee surgery, and I went back to the clinic 10 days later for a checkup, and I took my crutches just in case, but I had 90% movement, no crutches, walking normally. And the doctor called me, and I stood up and walked in. He looked at me and goes, "What the hell?" And he goes, "What are you doing?" And I told him, and I'd started exercising the next day. And of course, I took some anabolics and things like that to help with the repair. And he said, "This is unbelievable. I've never seen recovery like this." He goes, "If they would let us use these things, we could have people back to work in a third of the time. We could have athletes back on the field." He said, "But they won't let us use them."
Well, oh man, this is like a rabbit hole. We can go down this rabbit hole like crazy. I just had a doctor from Greece. You probably saw it on my socials, Dr. Tsouliatos, right? I can say because I'm Greek, but they call him Dr. Testosterone. Let me tell you, when his podcast comes on, have a listen. He talks about steroids being literally the fountain of youth. He talks about steroids where you can at 60, TRT, obviously, a lot of things. But anyway, he talks about it being that you could have the stamina, the youth, the mindset, clarity as a 20, 30-year-old, but instead they just let us males, let us deplete and lose ourselves.
Yeah, but there's no problem HRT for women.
Yeah, as well.
But when it comes to men, no, you're not allowed to have testosterone. Yeah. And if you look at the average person today, I read something the other day. The average 25-year-old today has got the same test levels as a 70-year-old in 1980.
Yeah, I asked him.
That's disgusting.
It is. I asked him about that as well. Don't quote me on it. The podcast will be a lot better to listen to. But what he said was, we've lost darkness. Like we've got too much light. Even at night, you go out into the street, it's all lit up. We sleep with a lot of lights on around us. The mobile phones, radiation, like the whole thing. We're not as physical anymore. So, but it's just crazy what's happening, especially with males today. But I think as well, and Shane, correct me if I'm wrong, but back in the day, I'm 56, and I feel steroids was, I guess, without sounding rude, steroids was for something guys like you. Let's just say that. Why? Because you competed. You were very sports-minded, and you had a mission to either do it and do it completely 100% right, or 100% give it a go, or don't do it at all, which you just mentioned before. So we had everybody in the gym, and everyone pushed, even the natural guys. But we did have a caliber of guys that did go on stage. We went and watched them. We were in the crowds. We loved bodybuilding. But today, guys are taking steroids just to go to the gym. They're just taking steroids to go to the gym. And they don't have diets right. They don't have. They're just still living a lifestyle of going to the pub. And you should. You're young. You want to have some fun. Yeah. But go on.
Yeah, but like I said, when it comes to bodybuilding, really, in reality, they're the only true athlete.
Yeah.
Because if you're a football player, you eat normally, you go to training 3-4 times a week, you play a game on Saturday, you're a professional football player.
Yeah.
Bodybuilding is 7 days a week, 365 days a year, constant, 24 hours a day. Because unless you're eating every 3 or 4 hours and training once or twice a day, and even resting or sleep is a part of it.
Yeah.
So unless you're doing everything right, it's not going to work. You can't do anything apart from that. You know what I mean? So the real true athlete, because people used to say, "Oh, you're a bodybuilder." And no, I'm an athlete. Because most bodybuilders I knew were fucking idiots.
Yeah, of course.
So
yeah,
like that comes a lot down to the to the drug cycle of things.
Of course.
You know what I mean? I talk about drugs a lot, but it's a part of the sport.
Yeah.
But when I spoke to my doctor, the original one, he gave me a MIMS. He gave me an old MIMS. And every time he got a new one or an update, he'd give me the old one. I'd study that. I'd go through the medical book and find everything that what I thought would work, what would work, look at how it works, what it does to your body, its half-life times, everything like that. And then I went to the local vet and got all the vet MIMS. And I went through all them. Found all the different was they had a lot more range of anabolics than the human ones, and obviously a lot cheaper testosterone and stuff. But I went through all the different testosterones, all the anabolics, every sort of substance you could get to work out what they did, how they worked, what they did to the body, what side effects they were, how long they half-life times, to work out how to stack them together and everything like that. And when I got quite big, I was like, for me, I thought I was still training in Nelson Bay, and I thought I'll go to Sydney and I'll see how the big guys do it and try and learn. And so I went down to what's the name's gym in Sydney, there, the main one.
City Gym.
And I walked in there and I was one of the big guys. And everyone I asked about gear and stuff knew nothing.
Wow.
Like, oh, what are you taking? Deca. Why? Oh, he said it was good.
Yeah.
Why is it good?
Still the same.
It helps. What's it do? How long does it last?
Wow.
And they're like, I don't know. I'm like, you're injecting something into your body and you don't even know what it is.
Wow.
Are you a moron?
Yeah.
And that's what I found. No one knew anything. You know what I mean? Which was really bizarre to me.
Yeah. Oh, it's true.
And it still happens today.
It is. How do you feel about the influences? And hear me out. What I'm seeing, look, I see bodybuilding different. And maybe you see it the same way I see it. I see monsters, meaning to me bodybuilding is big arms, big shoulders, big quads. You struggle to off season, you're walking, you've got some size on, whatever. And usually you got a bulk season and a leaning up season. Like just bodybuilders, right? Great teardrops, nice chest. But what I've found is a lot of people are talking about steroids. And the guys that are talking about steroids online ask me a question, the one on their stories, ask me a question, and it's always a steroid question. But they're answering the questions like they really know what they're talking about. But when you look at their physique and the amount of time they've trained, you think to yourself, should you be sharing advice like this? Like what you've just told me what you did, which you predominantly did it personally for yourself, not something to share, personally for yourself to know what you're doing.
Yeah, it was only for me.
Yeah, that's right. But it seems like today we've got information going out there that's very dangerous. And the way they look and the way they've downplayed the look of bodybuilding, because back in the day, again, I'll just say another thing I know. And I heard Dorian Yates say it, all right? I heard Dorian Yates say it. He goes, people don't train today. The gyms aren't gyms. They're recreation centres. I don't know. Maybe they're fitness.
100%.
He goes, maybe they're fitness clinics. He goes, maybe they're fitness clinics.
Yeah.
But he said when you went to the gym, every single person it wasn't even about symmetry. It was just about size. It was about getting size.
It was about strength and size.
Strength and size, right? Symmetry.
That's all it was.
We did want small waist. We all thought the small waist. That was what it was. Small waist. It was all about size, lift. And as Dorian Yates said, and I heard the video today, he said, it was a healthy competition inside the gym. We competed against each other. Like it was pushing each other. Oh, look at this guy lift. I'm going to try to lift as much as him, if not more. Now we don't care who, no one looks at anyone what they're lifting. Where before it was just constant banging of the...
I look at them every day now and get depressed because I can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Broken.
Look, thankfully, I don't have many injuries, and I don't have any. But I have to say this: after 3 decades, what I love about bodybuilding, it brings you back home all the time. You realize, fuck, I've been wasting my time for the last 6 months. I've been coming here just padding the weights. And so you get back into it. Then you realize as well when you're in the gym a year later, in your 40s, 50s, whatever you are, 60s as well. But what I'm saying is, in general, people, you suddenly go like this, fuck, I've been eating bad the last year. Let's get back into eating right. Like it seems like bodybuilding brings you home each time. Sometimes we go there oblivious, we train, we push hard. But for some reason, the people that do it for a long time, we always seem to want to be better certain years. Certain years we go, fuck, I've really not really paid attention here. Let me push a little bit. Let me get back into my diet. Let my diet be right.
Yeah.
It could be whatever, but I just feel that, Mike Deadman, you probably know Mike Deadman. You probably know Justin Wessels. Like all these guys said, once upon a time, even Terry Mitsos, many people, really, when you were squatting with 6 plates on either side, and you were pushing it like, or even 8, and pushing it like there was no tomorrow. Today, people are. They said some of the girls are squatting more than the guys. Like literally, people are squatting 1 plate and trying to do range of movement.
Yeah, and they can't do it too long because they miss something on their phone.
100%. But also, like I said, I just said it just a few seconds ago, range of movement. What was range of movement? All we knew was
full range.
Full range. Go to the ground. Hopefully your spotter was a good spotter, got you through a sticky point, got you up, right? Got you up if it was so. You threw the occasional swing in your bicep curls because you loaded up like crazy. So you threw an occasional swing in it. Like it was just crazy. And today they want to tell us what's the best form and let me show you how to grow your biceps. But at the end of the day, how about you just push and push heavy weight and keep turning up?
Well, I remember at Paul Haslam's gym one day.
Yep.
Because I moved there. I moved to Newcastle.
Mm-hmm.
There was 4 bodybuilders living in one house.
Who were they?
I used to train at Paul. What?
Who were they?
I never went. They all training, but never went anywhere.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Just all wanted to be training, but competition-wise, never went anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I was in there, and who was I training with? He won the Junior Australia. And we were doing squats. And we decided we do squats, and we started with a plate and then 2 plates and 3 plates. And I think with 3 plates, he done 20 reps or something, or 25 reps. So I did a couple more just to piss him off because he's bigger than me.
Of course.
We racked it, and did we go to 4? I think we went to 4 plates, and I think he got like 25 reps out, and he racked it, and he had to run to the toilet and threw up everywhere.
Bodybuilding.
Yeah, so he'd hurled everywhere, and I was laughing at him. It was my set, so of course I had to beat him.
Yeah, of course.
And I think I got 27 reps out.
Yeah.
But as I went to rack it, I hurled all over the mirror in front of me.
Oh, my God. Just like I said, it was, like I said, the gyms then and now, and I guess, like I said, it's the way they design the gyms today. But like I said, training was, like it was how can I explain? Like people say, did you enjoy training? I mean, we did enjoy training. But we also knew, here we go, it's going to be hard. It's just going to be hard. You're going to go there.
At Paul's gym, it was like you go in there, there's like Paul was obviously training. Lee was always in there training.
Yeah.
There's so many of the competitors in there training at like national, international level. You couldn't help but push hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just, everyone fed off each other, and you've done as much as you can. Like the biggest problem I had, why I'm so injured now, I got too strong.
You got too strong.
Yeah.
And?
But because like when I started training, I was just around 23 when I started gym properly. And I was 67 kilo. So at my heaviest, I ever got to. At my heaviest, I got to 116.
Whoa.
At about 8-9% body fat.
What? God. Go on.
I could sit around 115, 116. I only got there a couple of days. I just couldn't eat the food. But 114, 115, I could maintain. And I was training at that stage. I'd never flat bench because I'd torn a pec and it put too much effort on it. But I incline press 200 kilo for 9 reps.
Wow.
Shoulder press 180 for 8.
Yeah.
Rows, bent over row. I was never a big deadlifter. I could row as much as I could deadlift. I could deadlift 230 for 8, no problem. Leg press. Because of my knees, I wasn't a big squatter. I never really went over 4 plates squatting.
Yeah.
But leg press up to 36 plates.
Wow.
On the leg press.
Yeah. How many plates?
So 36, 18 aside.
Sorry, I just had to stop for a second because I was listening to this and I'm going, 36 plates. My God, go on. No, it's crazy.
They done a test actually in when I was in Melbourne. I was working for Musashi, and they were wanting me to try all their supplements, and they paid me to take their supplements and take as much as I could. Most of them taste like rotten fish, and some of them are okay. Yeah. But to actually get any effect off them, you hate to take that much of it. Your whole body started to reek of all your sweat glands. It all started coming out.
Wow!
So you just stunk. You know what I mean? Yeah. So the only things that I found the only supplements I ever found that were really beneficial were protein powder and glutamine.
Yeah.
Everything else is just waste of money. Doesn't work.
What about creatine?
Useless.
Really?
Does nothing.
Even still today? Even still today, you reckon?
Yeah. Put on a kilo. Stop taking it. Lose a kilo. Nothing stays.
So what is it about the fad of creatine at the moment? Why is everyone talking about it and it's great for your brain?
There was a fad in the 90s.
It was. I put on a lot of size with it. Yeah. A lot of water.
Yeah, you'd put on 2.5, maximum 1-2 kilo.
Yeah.
And then when you stop it, you lose 1-2 kilo.
Yeah, I became a balloon.
Water in the cell.
It was different back then. It held a lot of water, not as much now, but it held a lot of water back then.
Yeah, they're starting to say now it's good for brain function and things like that. I've got no idea, but like I use it and it didn't give me any gains whatsoever.
But like you said, you take it. It's true. You take it, you get something. You stop taking it, it goes away.
Yeah, what's the problem?
That's true. Spending a lot of money, eh?
Yeah, and back then, like a little type of creatine was bloody expensive.
It was, but
like now it's more or less free.
It's more or less free. But the funniest thing was, I don't know what changed, but the only reason I didn't take creatine when it first was in the 90s, like you said, but in the 2000s, I didn't take it because I got so much water retention from it. Literally, you could poke my skin and you'd know I had so much water retention. It's crazy. It changed. They changed they must have changed something with it. But tell me, I think when we spoke, you told me that you were probably the local scientist for everyone. Is that true? Like they all came to you because of, like you said, you studied memes, means, whatever you call them, for doctors and obviously with horses and whatever, veterinarian stuff.
Yeah,
was it people?
With a lot of horses as well.
Yeah, sorry? For horses?
I worked with a lot of horses as well, doing cycles for racehorses.
So, there could be another story with cycle for racehorses. But the thing is, obviously, you had a niche that you knew exactly what compounds did, what they did together, how long they lasted. So basically, you were the person to go to as well. Then in the end, was that correct? I
used to do a lot of programs for people.
Yeah.
to help them get there. I'd never personal train people. I hated personal training.
Yep.
I don't. All they did was suck your motivation out for your training. So
You're wrong.
Wasn't into that. I'd write people's diets. I'd write their cycles. But I always got them to write down what they did beforehand, what they used to do.
Yep.
To try and use similar products or similar foods. So it wasn't so much of a big change for them. I do all that sort of stuff. And yeah, I work with a lot of Olympic athletes, professional cyclists, things like that. And they all pass the tests. So
Wow.
maybe these days it wouldn't happen, but back then it was quite easy.
So there was a bit of doping going on, but they just knew how to do it well. And I guess the average bodybuilder takes about 30-40% of the steroids a cyclist take. Are you serious?
Yeah, cyclists are insane, mate. Back in the 90s, the amount of gear the cyclists took was absolutely insane.
Are we talking about sprint? Are we talking about sprint or road cyclists as well?
Both.
Fuck.
Both.
Wow.
And not just steroids as well, EPO and all that other stuff for getting their red blood cell count up.
Really?
It worked very well. I tried it a couple of times.
What's EPO?
I can't pronounce the full name of it.
Yeah.
It basically makes your body produce red blood cells.
Yeah.
But what happens, your blood turns to glue.
Yeah.
So your heart can stop really quickly. But when they dope them up full of EPO, they've got they can have up to double the amount of red blood cells carrying oxygen. So they go out cycling and they just don't stop. They can just ride forever. They don't get tired.
What makes your blood go to glue? Steroids?
The EPO produces massive amounts of red blood cells.
Yeah.
So it thickens your blood. So you've got to take thinners and everything like that when you take it.
Wow. God, it's crazy, man.
But oxymethylone or anapolline, it produces red blood cells as well, but nowhere near to that level.
So what was his name? The cyclist? Armstrong? What was his name? Lan? No,
yeah, he used a lot of testosterone.
Yeah. But do you think?
Yeah, but the main thing they used was things like EPO and the testosterone, and of course growth hormones and anabolics to recover. The cyclist wasn't for it was more for endurance, but it was recovery because their bodies just would not because they didn't need the steroids for the competition. They needed the steroids to be able to get through the training to make it to the competition.
And then the recovery.
Otherwise, by the time they got to the contest, they would have broken down.
Wow.
So to the amount of training they needed to do to get to that level, they couldn't do without help.
Wow. What do you think, since we're going to dive into a little bit of that now, what about Olympians? You reckon it's all doped up?
It was when I was there.
Yeah.
I done 5 people for the Olympics in Australia.
Wow. What year or era? Don't have to tell me names. I don't want to know names.
When
Early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s. That's
early
good
2000s.
Yeah. No, I don't want names. I'm not here to. That's not what I want. That's not what I want to do. That's not the show. What it's about. Just making us think. But what about today? What about today? Sport.
Well, a lot of today, most of them are peptides.
Peptides, yeah.
A lot of. I'm not that into it because, like I said, when I stopped doing something, I stopped doing it.
Yeah.
I'm not really into the bodybuilding now. I look at it occasionally on the Instagram or something like that. But I couldn't tell you who won the Olympia or whatever. I've seen his picture, but I don't know what his name is. To me, it looks like shit. The 90s guys look way better.
Yeah. What do you think? All right. Firstly, you've got a big forearm. You look like you've got a massive forearm, man. I don't know. Is it just me? But tell me something. All right, let's talk since that bit, the 90s and now. All right, I'm going to give you a few, like some people like that have spoken about it. But Terry had said something. I mentioned his name a few times, but because I was wondering, what is everyone talking about the guys' bodies today? They look muscular, they look big, they look monstrous. But I think the word that I heard is they look blocky. Blocky means...
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, they're blocky.
They all look like tanks. They look like fridges.
Yeah.
Like if you have a look at the lineups back then in the 90s, but it was also not one or two. Excuse me.
Yeah.
There was the line.
Yeah.
The lineup. You have a lineup. You had all these guys: Dorian, Ronnie, Kevin, NASA, Flex, Chris Colmeyer, all these guys that were massive and shredded.
Yeah.
With symmetry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You have a look nowadays. If Flex was to walk out nowadays with his lines and the way he looked, people would freak out.
But
they've never seen anything like that.
But all right, we'll do this a bit of a quiz. Like one from even speaking with Terry, but I'm going to mention John Brown. John Brown was a Mr. Universe. John Brown was, I think, probably like 70s, 80s kind of bodybuilder. NABBA, Mr. Universe many times. Did Olympia once. But, all right, Terry reckons that because everything as well is machine-based, like it's all like we're not doing free weights, there's not much movement in free weights. Before we would, like you'd be pushing quite a bit with the dumbbells. You didn't have stabilization in a sense, like if you're going to do dumbbell incline press, you're never going to run the dumbbells perfectly when you're loading up weight. There's going to be some movement, but when everyone's doing Smith machines, everyone's doing, machine presses and all that. I feel like, do you think that's causing blockiness?
Put it this way. I trained in a backyard garage.
Yeah.
In Nelson Bay, the guy had he had a shed in his backyard. And there was not one piece of board equipment in there. It was just cables and pulleys, and you hung plates on it.
Yep.
And he made it all himself in his backyard.
And free weights.
It was only free weights.
Yeah.
And I won the universe training in there.
So that's what I'm saying. Do you think it's technology and science is changing the way of the physique?
Yeah, you've got to go back to basics. Like I noticed after I first tore my pec, I'd use dumbbells because once you're on the bar, you're locked in. So you have to go through that plane or that range of motion in the bar.
Yep.
But what you found with a dumbbell, you might come down and your hand might go like this.
Yeah.
It might go around the injury.
Yeah.
Or your wrist will turn slightly so it doesn't pull the injury.
Yep.
So you can still get a lot of growth and use heavy weights.
Yeah.
Like dumbbells, when I was training at Doherty's in Melbourne, the biggest ones he had was 75s kilo.
Yep.
And I got to 30 reps, I think, with 75 kilo dumbbells.
Unbelievable. Yeah. Also, John Brown said, he said bodybuilders won't even need to train these days. He goes, it's just so advanced from just the science behind training, what they're taking from everything, you name it. They can manipulate
I've got no
like
idea
crazy.
what they're taking, but you have a look at some of the muscle these guys have got on them, and there's no way you can get that with anabolics or testosterone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's beyond it.
So that's what he's saying.
Yeah. And I think that might be one of the problems where whatever they're using for that massive growth is growing everything. Their organs, their intestines, everything like that, because they all look pregnant.
How bad?
They've got these huge wide waists.
How bad is their guts, man? Especially when they do a
rear double bicep,
and then the camera goes around and you're watching this gut. Like, how can you accept that?
Yeah, well, I thought the whole idea about bodybuilding was to make yourself look better.
100%.
Yeah, and you get an image of what you want to look like, and why would anyone want to look like that?
Man, I tell you, some of the, and also the asparagus veins, some of them are getting on their legs, and it's just the beauty of striations and the shoulders and that bicep and the teardrop matching up with some, like it's all, I don't know, and also, what was your diet like back then? Your diet, was it very strict?
When I was sitting around 115, I'd have roughly a kilo of beef a day.
Yep.
A kilo of chicken.
Yep.
And 30 eggs.
2 kilos of meat a day?
Yeah, and 30 eggs.
30 eggs. Fuck, we can't afford that today, man. How much is eggs today? Jesus Christ.
And because the trouble is, like I said, I was very small, and I can't eat a lot.
Yeah.
So what I always eat in order. I eat protein first.
Yep.
I eat all my protein first to make sure that's in, because that's what I need.
Yep.
If there's more room, I'll eat some carbs.
Yep.
If there's more room, I might eat some vegetables or salad, but there was never room, so I never ate it.
So wait a minute. So you didn't have any carbs?
I'd eat some carbs, but not a huge amount, because I just couldn't fit them in.
So, all right. So you had 2 kilos of protein, 30 eggs or 32 eggs of protein. Did you also do that to utilize not only the protein for building muscle, but the protein to utilize it as fuel as well, I guess?
Well, the thing is, our bodies aren't designed to burn sugar. We're designed to burn fat.
So in other words,
you know what I mean?
We're not designed to burn, and you're saying a carbohydrate is a sugar.
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
Yeah, we're designed to burn very low glycemic sugars.
Wow.
Very slow burning sugars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're not designed to burn fast sugars. And you can see that today with what's the most prevalent disease today? Type 2 diabetes.
Wow.
It's all come from your wall and your pancreas out. So now everyone, what happens, they eat and everything's based on sugar. So their blood sugar goes through the roof. Then their body produces a load of insulin to get rid of it. Then they crash. Then all of a sudden they feel like shit and they're tired. So they have some more sugar to pick them back up. So they look and their blood sugar is going like this. But if you eat fats and protein, you don't have the sugars. You don't get the spikes. So your blood sugar is like this. So you end up with constant energy levels. The easiest way to explain it.
Sounds pretty easy, right?
Have you ever heard the saying, a cyclist or a runner hit the wall?
Yep.
I hit the wall and then I got in a second wind and I was away again.
Yep.
Well, what that is their bodies ran out of glycogen from carbohydrates. So they've run out of sugar from glycogen.
Yep.
They're running on nothing. All of a sudden, their body swapped over to metabolizing fat to turn it into glycogen for energy. And all of a sudden, they get their second wind and they're away again because they've got all them calories from the fat, which they can utilize for energy. Now, if you don't eat the carbs and you stay on proteins and fats, your body will go back to burning fat for energy. So you don't need to do cardio. Your body burns fat all the time.
So you did minimal cardio?
I never did any cardio.
Love it.
I ate.
Yeah.
Like, because I used to put the carbs in to put on weight, to get the weight up. As soon as I wanted to lean off, I just dropped the carbs and added more protein.
What carbs did you have if you had any?
Rice, potatoes.
And but you predominantly had protein and fat, correct? Where did you get your fats from?
Just the protein. That's the protein.
So a bit of fat in the meat, fat in the meat.
Yeah, fat in the meat. Fat. I never ate chicken breasts. I ate chicken thighs.
Yeah, chicken thighs. Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, I didn't eat fish. No, I don't do fish. Like, I'd eat tuna, a bit of tuna, but that was about it for fish.
Yeah,
because it was easy if I was traveling and stuff. But otherwise, it was fats. Everything cooked in butter.
100% butter, eh?
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
margarines.
No
and
oils,
not oils. No
always
oils.
butter. And coconut oil, MCT oil.
Yeah.
A
What
lot
about
of
olive
coconut
oil?
oil.
Is olive oil good?
Olive oil, coconut oil is the only oils I ever use.
Yeah, yeah. No one likes vegetable oil anymore or canola oil anymore.
Yeah. No. Welcome to cancer.
What was that?
Welcome to cancer.
Isn't that fucked? Like, fuck. I know. Like, that's what I'm saying. Haven't we come a long way where we still come back to a bodybuilder's diet around the world now? Everybody's, besides the European diet, but everyone, even professionals, you said cyclists, golfers, tennis players, even business execs who want to get fit and be smarter and be great entrepreneurs. The first thing everyone tries to fix is their diet, and their diet is predominantly a bodybuilder's diet.
Yeah. But the thing is today, have a look. You go anywhere. Try and buy some food that's protein based. It's all carbs.
It's all carbs.
Everything's carbs.
Yeah.
And look at people.
Have you seen how people are? I was showing Krista. Have you seen how people look today?
Go to the beach in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
There was one or two fat people who used to stir the shit out.
They're all fat now.
Or at school.
Yeah.
You go to the beach now, everyone is fat.
Everyone.
I go to the beach now and I'm the leanest person there by far.
Have you stuck to the same diet?
I still eat exactly the same.
Wow.
I went shopping 2 days ago. I bought 3 trays of steak, 4 trays of chicken, 4 cartons of eggs, 4 things of butter. What else did I buy? I bought some tomatoes and a bag of oats.
What do you think of the oats? I don't know. Something about the oats, man. I don't know. Something about the oats. I don't know
they're
if I
easy
trust
for breakfast.
Are they easy for breakfast?
They're easy for breakfast, but I normally have eggs.
Yeah.
But for me, again, I told you a bit earlier, I had some issues at the start of COVID.
Yep.
Nothing to do with COVID.
Yep.
But I got the hiccups.
Oh, I've heard about this. Go on.
Yeah. And I had them for 4 years straight.
Fuck. How did you sleep?
Sometimes I didn't.
How did you not go insane?
My apartment was only on the second. My apartment was only on the second floor, so I jumped off. I'd only break an ankle.
So you did
It
go
wasn't
insane.
high enough
So you did go insane.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Of course you would.
Yeah. So I used to sit around comfortably around 90 kilo. I'm low 80s now. Just because I couldn't eat. I'd throw up 15, 20 times a day with the hiccups.
Oh, sorry to hear that. Wow.
And it took 16 doctors before I found someone that could fix it.
What was it to fix it? How did we fix it? Oats.
They cut the phrenic nerve.
Uh-huh.
And because you got the phrenic nerve that runs down each side of your neck.
Yeah.
So they went in through my chest cavity, cut the phrenic nerve, and then they had to sew up my diaphragm so it didn't collapse and crush my lungs so I could breathe. So that was rather painful. 5 days in hospital. But it's about 80% better now.
Do you still
I'm
hiccup?
still having issues. Well, I'll hiccup now, but you won't be able to tell I'm hiccuping.
Oh, wow.
They're very small and internal. I mean, if I get them. The only thing I've got now is if I've eaten too much or I haven't eaten, I get like burps.
Oh, yeah.
So I still have trouble getting enough food in to try and put some weight back on. I've been trying lately to start putting weight back on.
Yeah.
But I just, it's getting better, but hopefully I can get some food in and start training again and put some weight back on because I hate being skinny.
Yeah. Look, how old are you?
56.
Oh, I'm 56 too, man.
Yeah.
1969?
Yep, August 1969.
Oh, August the what?
6.
You're a Leo. My daughter's August the 4th. You're a Leo. I'm March 23rd, so I'm older than you, brother. I'm older than you. So respect your elders. Look, I believe, this is what I believe. I believe bodybuilding is, I'll say these 2 words first, just to start off, is egotistical, a little bit of an ego, and is vanity. And I love that because I love the fact that you want to take on aging. Aging through bodybuilding to me is all you can do is the only thing that you can try to alter that is in your hands. Meaning I can try to, as I get older, maybe if I'm constantly being copied, a photocopy of myself, my cells and everything, how about you photocopy a muscular version? How about you photocopy a fit version? And also what I've come to understand with bodybuilding is, and I was telling Chris today, you can not train. You cannot train, like not go to the gym and still have a good diet. And you can go to the gym and have a good diet. But if you have a shit diet, you don't get no reward. So at the end of the day,
it all comes down to food.
It all comes down to
the old saying. The old saying, "You are what you eat," is 100% correct.
And you on?
No, that's what I mean. It's if you eat lean protein, you'll be lean and muscular.
Yeah, 100%.
As that.
I'll tell you what, I got a staffy. And you know staffies, top dogs. You know staffies, they're muscular. Now, her name's Roxy. I was watching her lately the last few weeks, and all she does is I give her a bone in the morning, right? She has, and I've got a poodle as well and a little mini fox terrier. Yeah. But having said that, but she has her bone. She might nibble on some stuff. Every second day, I give them wet food. Every second day, I just give them a little bit of wet food. I don't give them no medication. I don't go to a fucking vet. I don't do nothing like that, mate. No fucking nothing. Just leave them as they are. My mini fox terrier is 19 and he still walks around having a good time. Well,
our staffies had no vaccination.
Yeah.
And he's the healthiest dog we had. We lost 6 dogs through vaccines.
Fucking oath. That's why I don't do it. I don't do it. But my staffy all day sleeps. All day.
Yep.
And, mate, she looks like a bodybuilder. So what I'm getting at is because she eats what her body needs and her body produces the muscle it needs. So what I'm trying to say to you is the only problem we have is we eat too little or we eat too much of the wrong stuff. And that's why we deplete in muscularity and why we become fat bastards. But at the end of the day, what I've realized, I've taken a few weeks off training. Just thought I'd take a few weeks off, right? But I've doubled down on my diet. Like my diet's still 5 meals a day, really super clean, focused on it. And I'll tell you the truth, I've probably put on a little bit of size and I feel I look much better. Like my body's rested, not stressed. So what I've come to understand is you can go to the gym, smash the weights as much as you like. You can go you can do anything you want. But if you haven't fed yourself accordingly and correctly, you're wasting your time.
Completely.
Yeah.
If you don't have the food or the fuel, there's no point going.
And also the rest. But most importantly, you can have the rest as well. But like I said, if you don't have the food, and what I did as well is the last couple of years, because I had a rough decade. I had a bit of a rough decade, 40 to 50 kind of decade. A lot of things, went wrong or kept going wrong. But what I realized was the last 3 years, I decided to cut alcohol completely. I was not an alcoholic. I never had once you bodybuild, you don't have a problem with alcohol because you love training too much. So you don't really you enjoy it. You go out for a good drink with your mates, but you don't drink it every night. You don't have it every weekend.
And if you do drink, you drink high quality vodka or gin.
Mate, 100%. I read the label of the beer and I only drink Heineken. Because it's got 3 ingredients.
No, the reason being, it's distilled that much. It's really clean, and it doesn't. It's very low effect on your liver.
100%. But I drink vodka. Belvedere is one of my favorite drinks, and I don't drink much gin, but I drink mainly clear vodka, just with ice and fresh lime, fresh lemon chucked in it. And if I do drink a beer, because I've gone out and guys go, let's have a beer, and I think, all right, we'll have a beer. And for me, I just drink European beers, like Peroni or Heineken. If you turn around the bottle, it's got three ingredients, which is perfect for me. I just think I could see what the ingredients are. They're okay. No problem. I have a beer. So people, and I think with bodybuilding, and I'm going to segue into this, but tell me, and I want your opinion on this as well, but yourself, I'm sure, we read the ingredients. When I shopped, I used to grab the cans. I grab this, I grab that, and I read the back of it. I read the back of it. I even read the tuna cans, how much percentage is tuna. Like that's how far, it doesn't, just because it says tuna, doesn't mean I just grab it. I turn it around and I go, what's the percentage of tuna? You know, like is it 73%, 63%, 82%? But what I'm getting at isn't, I've noticed that now they've conned us into numbers, calories, then counting calories. What do you think of these counting calories?
If someone says macros,
yeah,
I just want to slap them.
Really?
It's ridiculous.
Really?
It's all right. I can have a chocolate bar. It's in my macros.
Fuck me.
Fucking moron.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm sorry. You're going to take a chocolate bar, which might have, say, 300 calories in it. And it's all processed. It takes literally nothing to digest. So your metabolism isn't working. It's pure sugar. It's gone straight in your bloodstream. You've got a massive insulin spike.
Yeah.
Yet you have 300 calories worth of chicken and rice.
Yeah.
You've got a huge plate full of food.
Yeah.
Your metabolism's got to kick in. You've got to digest it. And then you've got goodness anyway. But your metabolism kicking in, your metabolic rate's getting higher. Your body core temperature's going up. Your body's burning body fat.
100%.
It's like you never count calories.
No.
You know what I mean? There's no reason to count calories. You count the amount of proteins and fats.
Yeah.
That's it.
I just laugh when, I mean, it's confused the fuck out of me. And I only heard about it once I got the podcast. But for me, look, I'll tell you something. Do I like a chocolate cake? Hear me out first. Do I like a chocolate cake? If I only like a chocolate cake one way I like a chocolate. If I've rocked up to someone's house and they've told me their grandmother made this cake and she used her own ingredients, I'll have it. Because I know that cake has got love in it. That cake isn't processed. It's not numbers. This old lady put together this Greek sweet, with nuts in it, a baklava, whatever it is, the cake, whatever the dessert is. I know she's rolled the filo pastry. She's put the nuts in herself. She melted the vanilla. It was a true vanilla drop she put into the water. She did everything herself. I'll eat that because that to me is an element of love. It's an element of effort put in. But fuck, give me a chocolate cake from Coles. Give me a chocolate cake that just came from somewhere. I don't want to know it because I think it's just empty numbers. Like you're just giving me just stuff that it's not you weight, but weight meaning I know what protein does. So I see a piece of steak. I think protein builds muscle. All right. Good for not just muscle, good for your brain, good for blood, good for everything. Your cells, you name it. It's good. Good for your skin, good for everything. But today, if you see some of the diets people put together to match 2,000 calories, and they're putting chocolate bars in with yogurt, they're putting this in with that, and you think to yourself, they're drizzling Biscoff, they're drizzling, oh my God, it's just crazy.
Yeah, always the same. Like, for instance, was it 3-4 weeks ago, I was in Italy, and with the hiccups and stomach issues, apparently the doctor said it was my central nervous system from all the years of massive weights and overeating.
Okay.
There was nerve damage to my central nervous system.
Okay.
I've read quite a few bodybuilders have stomach issues later on.
Yep.
But I was in Italy. I don't really eat breads or pizzas or anything like that, pastas, because it upsets my stomach.
Yeah.
I was in Italy the other week. I had a pizza. I had pasta. I had bread with every meal. Perfect.
What is it about that? And I've got a theory.
There's no such thing as gluten intolerant.
There's not.
We're not gluten intolerant. We're chemical intolerant.
100%.
Australia and America spray wheat with that many fucking chemicals.
100%.
And then they're cleaning it and folic acid and all this stuff and putting in it to try and get back some nutrients and everything like that. Our bodies reject it. So it's not the wheat that's doing it. It's all the crap that's on the wheat. Where in Italy, they've got some of the most natural food in the world.
Yeah.
And, of course, you go to a little restaurant in Italy, They're living upstairs, the kitchen and restaurant's downstairs. Grandma's in the kitchen cooking.
Yeah.
They're making the flour, they're rolling the dough.
Yeah.
I don't get sick.
That's what I mean. That's what I was trying to say. And I've heard that we are under some kind of food administration that we've got to spray we've been licensed to be spraying our wheat or spraying with this. I think this chemical comes from a place in Germany. Don't ask me where. Somewhere in the world, they send us this chemical that we've got to be adding or spraying over our wheat for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like when you eat real, it's like milk. Milk today is a waste of time.
Oh,
like if you look at there was a thing I read years ago. If you're in the backcountry in the mountains on a farm somewhere, and the only thing you've got is a cow walk around the paddock, you're only drinking that milk from the cow.
100%, yeah.
You'll live 6 or 7 months.
Wow.
If you drink milk from the supermarket, you're dead in under 6 weeks.
Explain that to me.
Well, there's nothing in the milk. Like if you look in the 1700s, early 1800s, nearly all medicines were whole milk and weed. That's what medicines were made out of. Marijuana and whole milk. They cured everything. The whole milk is one of the best things. If you're really lactose intolerant, you can't have anything. Go to the cow, suck some milk out, you won't have an issue.
So the actual cow itself, cow's milk, is good for you.
It's perfect.
What's not good for you? The supermarket milk.
Yep.
Yeah. Why?
Yep. Because they're taking all the goodness out of it. There's nothing left in it that's healthy. Wow. My friend had my friend's son. They recently had a child. Couldn't drink formula. Stomach problems. Had this special stuff from the doctor. They had to drink
formula
and all this sort of crap. And I went, just put him on raw milk.
Yeah, raw.
And they're like, what? And she's like, I said, is there any dairies around where you are? And we're at this place in Spain on holidays. And they went on she went on the internet and emailed and messaged and finally found someone that would sell them raw milk. Kid's fine. Drinks milk, no problem. Straight from the cow.
Yeah. I think what about this is the nuttiest thing. There's fucking vegetable oil, and forget what it's called, whatever that vegetable. Hear me out first. Canola, it's all just whatever that oil is. It's in everything. I was looking at spices. You know spices, and I just turned the spice jar around, and all I kept finding in it was vegetable oil in every single one, every single spice. I'm thinking, why would you need vegetable oil in spice, right? And I'll show you something. Give me a sec. These are the only chips I eat. You go to Coles, you go to any supermarket, and you turn the packet around of all their chips, and it's literally vegetable oil in everything, right? All of them got vegetable oil.
Yeah.
These chips are, I think, you know what? I think they're Spanish. They're called Vanilla a la Vista. So it sounds like a Spanish word, right? One sec, I'll tell you now. Hang on. Yeah, Español. So Spanish, They're from Spain. And these chips, they call them patates.
Olive oil, potatoes, and salt.
Listen to this. Potato, olive oil, and sea salt. That's it. 3 ingredients.
Yep.
Even though it cost me $25 for 300 grams, it's a big pack, man. It's a big pack.
Jesus.
No.
They're about €2 here.
Man, well then let's start importing them and I'll start distributing them here, man. But let me tell you, this was $25. Yes, I know it's expensive. But you know what I did with this? It's really cool. What I did was I made my own salsa.
Yeah.
I did my own avocado dip with yogurt. And I cooked chicken in the oven. and then I spread all the chips and I put all that on top like you do. What do you call them when you have corn chips?
Nachos.
Like nachos, but
Yeah.
this is even better.
Yeah.
I had this with nachos.
That's the difference, mate. There's still some places in Europe you can get real food.
But isn't it funny when you are, I'm not going to say, but when you're old school bodybuilder, you read the ingredients. You don't you don't count calories. You read the ingredients because it can tell me 91 calories and be completely numbers, and I think, well, fuck it, I'm eating airspace here. I'm putting 91 calories of nothing inside my body.
I'd rather it said 300 calories.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because then the metabolism's going to work harder.
What about? Well, tell me then, since we're here, what about these 0 calorie drinks?
Welcome to cancer.
Huh?
You want cancer? Drink them. They're the most carcinogenic thing you can have.
Tell me more.
Well, all the artificial sugars, the artificial sweeteners and that, it's all carcinogenic.
Yeah.
Like a friend that was in Thailand, he got all these skin tumors started coming up all over him.
Yeah.
And he went to one of the doctors there. He didn't have a lot of money, and they cut off what they can. And the first thing the doctor said is, you never drink a diet drink ever again. You don't eat takeaway food. Eat meat, fruit, and vegetables, and the rest of them more or less went away.
Well, the only soft drink I drink is mineral water. I can't drink. I don't. And that's what I never competed, but I loved the sport. I loved watching the competition go up on stage. I liked, Sean Ray's. One of my favorite bodybuilders was Dorian Yates. Like I said, I've probably enjoyed more the 90s and late 80s of bodybuilding. In the 2000s, I still trained, but I got family, kids, business. I was just focused on that. Well, I still trained. I just wasn't in the sport like me and going to comps or anything like that. But the one thing I have to say that I loved about bodybuilding was how clean and measured it allowed you to be with food, like how smart you became with food, like just being able to work out food so clearly.
But the thing is, it should be normal.
No, man,
like
it's not normal.
When we grew up, what did you have for dinner? Meat and 3 vegetables.
Yeah, that's all it was. Yeah, of course.
Breakfast was eggs.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Lunch was chicken sandwiches or chicken salad or something.
Yeah, yeah.
We ate real food. You can't get real food anymore. Go to the US. It's disgusting.
Yeah. No.
You say about diet drinks. I can remember once I was getting ready. Not sure what show it was, but I used to go down to Sydney and train with Kevin O'Grady a lot.
Yeah.
Kiwi Pro, lives in Sydney. I used to go down there for the weekends and go training with him. And the Kevin show, I think he was getting ready for the Ironman.
Mm-hmm.
His show was 2 weeks before mine.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in better shape. I was a lot leaner than he was. And he was drinking Diet Coke. Now, I used to diet for 20 weeks for a show.
Yep.
The reason being so I could get more and more food in, so I get the calories higher as I went along.
Okay, yes.
And so what had happened as I'd go through the diet, I'd add extra portions to the meal, add an extra meal. In the end, I'd eat 10 times a day.
Wow, God.
Coming into a show.
Yep.
And Kevin's drinking Diet Coke. And I'm like, I think I was like 4 or 5 weeks out, and I was drinking, I'd only drank water for the last 15 weeks.
Yeah.
So I thought, I'll try Diet Coke. And, oh my God, it tasted so good. After that long without anything.
Oh, yeah. Candy.
So while I was there, I had a couple of Diet Cokes. Now, I always train fully covered.
Yeah.
I always had either a really big baggy T-shirt on, or a long sleeve shirt, baggy pants. I couldn't go into the gym and train with a tank top or shorts. After 10 minutes, I'd leave, because every time I looked in the mirror, I'd get skinnier and skinnier and look like shit. I'd have to leave.
Every bodybuilder back then covered up. Yeah.
So I always trained fully covered.
Yeah.
So I was there for the weekend, and I got back to Nelson Bay, and I went to work in the morning, come home, my normal routine, come home from work, eat, go to sleep for an hour, get up, eat again, go to the gym, come home, eat, go back to dinner, go to bed. And I'd had a good workout, and I thought, I took my shirt off to have a quick look, and I looked like I hadn't dieted. I was fat.
Wow.
I'm like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
I never had a line on me. I was smooth as hell. And I'm sitting there thinking, I haven't done anything different. And I thought, what have I done? And I thought, I drank about 4 or 5 Diet Coke when I was at Kevin's. I thought, the Diet Coke. So I stopped it immediately, went back on the water. 2 days later, I walked in the gym, pulled my shredded. All the water had come out. So if the drinks are doing that to your body, imagine what else it's doing. You know what I mean? All the chemicals and that.
Yeah.
And that's what I found. Most people don't know what things do to themselves, their bodies. But when you're 6% body fat, you see every fiber, everything, no matter what, a little piece of food or something to drink, your body changes.
Yeah.
And you can see it.
Yeah.
But the average person can't see it.
No.
They're running at 15, 20% body fat.
100%.
They can put on 1.5 kilos and don't know the fucking difference.
No. It's funny because
So you really got to see what foods did to your actual body, which was a bit of a shock.
I know you can only do that when you're lean. You can actually monitor yourself very clearly. You can change in 48 hours. I've seen it myself. I can eat something, and 48 hours later, I think, wow, I did not know that bloated me. It kind of even gassed me. But what I found was, I used to have a saying, like, I haven't said this saying for a while. It was like, if it's too sweet, it's not good for you. If it's sweet, it's usually not good for you.
Yeah, like lately, the last sort of 12 months, I've added quite a bit of sugary stuff, oil, sugars, and that to my diet, solely to try and get calories in because of my stomach issues and I can't eat. Yeah. I need calories, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I've added sugars for that reason, just simple calories.
Yeah.
But yes, it's up and down, but I'm doing it for a reason. I'm not doing it because I want to eat sweet stuff. I just need the calories.
Yeah, well, like I said, I go for walks every morning. I like walking. It helps me as well with my weight. But I found that I'm just looking at everyone, and I don't want to be rude. I'm not trying to be rude. I am not trying to be rude. It's actually just allowing me to watch and pay attention. And most are inflamed. Most are bow-legged. Most are just not coping in, like they're just overweight. But a lot are just losing their marbles as well, man. Everybody's getting Alzheimer's. Like because when you walk during the day, usually you see these home care services bringing people to the parks, and I'm just looking around going, this is like crazy. I mean, there's so many people.
Yeah, but you talk about Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
What's the brain made up of?
Water.
What's the main, not water, but what's the main thing the brain uses to grow and is made of?
Muscle.
80% of the brain.
Muscle?
Cholesterol.
Oh, go ahead. Yes. Cholesterol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are they doing right now?
Trying to take out your cholesterol. They're trying to get rid of your cholesterol.
What is every hormone based on in your body is made from? The base ingredient.
Cholesterol.
Wow. What's the testosterone rates in people today?
Shot.
Low as possible.
Yeah.
What's the Alzheimer rates in older people? They've got no cholesterol. Why in the 70s was a cholesterol of 300, 350 normal? Where 100 now, they put you on statins.
Wow, yeah, bloody oath.
They sell it, one of the most sold medications in the world.
Yeah, it's shocking.
You take out cholesterol, you take out your hormones, you take out your brain function.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm hearing you, man. I'm hearing you.
It's really bad what they're doing.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is. It is. I mean, why do you think they're doing that to us? Why are they doing that to us?
Well, you know yourself. Like, I take HRT.
Yep.
Okay. I take a shot a week.
Yep.
250 milligrams a week, because 15 years of bodybuilding, my body doesn't produce testosterone anymore.
Yep.
If I have a shot of HCG, yes, my testosterone level will go up. If I take Clomid, nothing.
Right.
The brain to ball barrier is dead.
Yep.
So that won't come back. So I have to take HRT.
Mm-hmm.
If you take it yourself, miss a shot for a week. See what happens.
What happens?
See how you feel.
How do you feel, man?
Well, you get depressed. You know what I mean? You got no motivation. Your energy levels go down. You want to sleep. You just, there's no fight left in you. But if you have the testosterone, you feel good. You feel healthy. You feel great. Everything works. But you become you don't become aggressive. You won't get told what to do.
Yeah. We know what testosterone's
If you've got no
built for.
testosterone, you're very submissive.
Yeah.
You'll listen. You'll obey orders.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's by getting rid of the testosterone in the population, you become more compliant.
Just a minute, Chris.
It looks like it's frozen.
Yeah, it's freezing up, Chris. Chris is just, I think he's mucking around with the connection. Just give me a second. It's back, Chris, but you've got to film as well, thumbnails, by the way. So that's what I think. I think by them taking away testosterone, we become submissive, we become conformists, we don't raise shields, we don't raise swords, we don't raise guns, we don't question, we're not good fighters, we don't know how to stand up for ourselves. So what's the best thing to do to have a society that conforms? Get rid of testosterone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
100%.
Wow.
No, don't have the muscle, don't have the strength. Turn into a fat little estrogen bag.
Oh, my God. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just Flex Wheeler said that every generation we seem to develop a weaker man. Do you think that's true? After every generation, man gets weaker.
100%. The same. No testosterone.
Yeah.
Like, how many gays were at school when you went to school? How many gay kids were in your school?
Well, they didn't really announce it, but you could assume. So I don't know. Don't know that. Like, I don't know, but it didn't look like many.
Yes. One or two, maybe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look, my daughter finished school 4 years ago. There was 3 in her class.
Why do you think that's the case? Just asking.
Because they're estrogen bags. They've got no testosterone. They're growing up on soy milk and all shit like this, you know what I mean? Everything they have, all the chemicals, it kills their hormones. When we went to school, every kid had a full set of abs.
Yeah.
Go to school now. Half of them look like the Michelin Man. They can roll down the fucking road.
This could, like, even I'm just saying, even guys, but girls, we're all happy to be fat. Everyone seems to be happy to be fat. I was a fat kid, and I was never happy. I was a fat kid, never happy, because I ate Greek food. My mum fed me a lot. She thought fat kids were happy. But what I'm getting at is I was a fat kid, but I wasn't happy. But now everyone seems to be happy.
Because they through the media, they try to make it acceptable. And then anyone that speaks out about it, oh, you're fat shaming. No, you're just fat. I'm sorry. I'm like, how do these people get up in the morning and look in the mirror? They get out of the shower and look in the mirror, and the guy's got a set of boobs and his great gut hanging off him.
Well,
has he got no self-esteem whatsoever? If you walked out and seen that, you'd go, fuck, I better do something about it.
Yeah, I mean.
But they've got no drive.
Well, that's the thing. I think that's the other thing. People don't have drive. Oh, look, when it comes to answer the question about the gay thing, I personally think you're born gay. That's what I think. I don't know if it's about the estrogen, but
you used to that back in the 70s, yes.
Yeah, born gay.
Nowadays,
but I feel today's society, like going with what you said with the estrogen, but I also know young men and young girls. I mean, kids, teenagers, I mean, they don't know what they want or what they like, but it seems like our governments and our schooling system will steer them in the way to create self-harm by mutilation, in a sense, of themselves and and what's the word I'm looking for? And what gender they are. I think society is trying to confuse all the kids, and the kids are getting power by not naming the gender they are. But that's what I'm saying is I think everyone knew where they were. Like, and again, gay, there's no problem with them. But what I'm saying is they were born, like as we said, and still today born with it. But obviously confusion's happening, and we've got something in the middle. We've got something going on that is confusing the hell out of us.
Do you watch TV?
Not a lot, no.
No, I don't watch it. I have YouTube. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't watch it. My TV's not even hooked up to the wall.
Yeah, no, my hardly comes on.
But you watch any of the series, Netflix or go and watch any of the series.
Yeah.
And say it's a series for younger people.
Yeah.
About a high school or whatever like that. The white fullback's gay.
Oh.
The cheerleader's going out with a black dude.
Mm.
You know what I mean? The two forwards, their boyfriends, they're gay as well.
Wow.
I mean, it's all, they keep sending all these images, trying to normalize it. And they're putting it even in cartoons now. They got gay stuff in it. They're just pumping it through the system, brainwashing people. That with low hormones, the kids don't know what they are.
You know what? In relation to the low hormones. I mean, like I said, we were all I guess it was all very innocent, but now it's not so innocent anymore. And I guess, like I said, but it does concern me because we do have, like you said, and Dr. Testosterone said the same thing, low testosterone levels. What is it called when they give you an antidepressant? What's it called? What's the technical name? What does that drug do? It's when you take antidepressant, it starts with S. It's a certain substance. It's like it gives off
serotonin.
It's not just serotonin. It does. There's another word. What's the opposite to serotonin? There's a word.
That's the
he used
one.
He used it. It basically numbs you. So when you if you go to a doctor and you say, I feel like a bit sad, and he puts you on an antidepressant, what it does is it numbs you. So it numbs you out. Just numbs you.
Yeah, they basically turn into zombies. They have zero feelings at all.
Zero feelings, correct. Where Dr. Testosterone said if you give, let's say, a male testosterone, he's got feelings again. He's strong, he's clear, he's ready to go. You know what I'm trying to say? And I think that's what's happening. We're just numbing the pharmaceuticals, and our doctors are just numbing people out.
Well, here's an example. My father's 84.
Yep.
Where is he?
Nursing home, I bet you.
Italian mountains hunting.
Oh, wow. Why? Tell me the secret.
He's been a hunter all his life.
Yep.
I put him on testosterone 15 years ago.
Did it change his life?
Yep.
No, God.
He takes a shot a week.
Tops.
And if he can't get it, or he rings up, he's all depressed, life's not worth living, this is sore, I'm broken, has a shot, 2 days later, fuck, I feel great. I'm going to book another trip. I'm off here. He's out walking 5 to 10 kilometres a day.
But is it that instant? Is it that instant with testosterone?
Within 2 days.
No, what I mean is it that instant to become depressed? What I'm saying is a week later?
A week with if you don't have testosterone, within a week, don't watch Lassie.
Or Benji.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's incredible. Look, I actually set my bloods to Dr. Testosterone because I thought I had to fight my doctor. Isn't it funny you have to fight your doctor to get your testosterone levels checked? I can't believe it. And he said he said it's rife around the world like that. He goes, he's disgusted.
But the worst part I found about that sort of thing, you're fine.
Yeah.
Hang on. You're fine for a 55-year-old.
That's bullshit.
I'm sorry. I don't want to feel like a 55-year-old. I want to feel like a 30-year-old.
Yeah, fucking oath.
So double up.
Yeah, 100%. Well, again, not sitting here to boast. What I mean is, look, a few things I'll say, hear me out, but so I said to my bloods and he goes, yeah, no, you're great. You're above average, which was great, which was good, which I thought. But I'll say this, the difference between, I'm just saying you, yourself, I took a cycle, first time in my life, hear me out. I took a cycle at 49. I was natural all my life, right? 49, I was turning 50. So I took 2 cycles in 6 months. I just said halfway through 2018, I knew I was turning in 2019 50. I said, you know what? I've never done a cycle. Let me see what it's like. I took a cycle, honestly, and it was a backyard cycle. I just went to a mate who's a bodybuilder. He has some gear. It was a great experience. I had a lot of fun. I blew myself out, actually. I did my second cycle. I took too much. And I found out less is more. When you take too much, I lost my appetite. Everything was changing. I wasn't sleeping. It was just silly. I thought if I pump more in me, it's going to go. And it all went wrong. But what I realized was also, I mean, like I said, it's mind over matter as well. Sometimes we're so, kids today are driven so much about losing their testosterone, where I found myself believing if I just eat right, if I go to the gym and I have an attitude that doesn't want to let it go, and because I didn't take steroids, by the way, I didn't really take steroids. 49, I did 2 cycles. But what I'm getting at is, after speaking to Dr. Testosterone, bloody oath. I mean, thankfully, I don't have to take anything. I don't take anything. But he is right. If you're not taking something and your testosterone is low, it's a crime. It's literally a crime. Yeah. Because one, this is his words, a man should be able to get a really good erection and want to have sex, because that's basically our DNA. And that's how we live and how we thrive as men. Yeah? And he exactly. Just, yeah. And the funny thing, I said to him, I'll pass this on to you. I said to him, how many times a week should you have sex? And he goes, 3 minimum. But isn't it funny? Because fucking oath. But he said a week. But having said that, isn't it funny, even for women with their estrogen and even needing testosterone, and even men needing testosterone more, isn't it funny how watching old people, partners, lose that love affair to want to make love to each other because they've lost their that ability to their hormones, which isn't it a crime that our doctors can't give it back to them?
Yeah, but why do they try to give them everything that limits them instead of giving stuff that helps promote it?
Oh, that's because they want them dead.
Yeah.
They want them dead. Pretty much. They want them dead. What else do you want? They just want them dead. But let's segue into your competitions, because we've like I said, we've definitely given testosterone a good go. But I love testosterone. Let me tell you, I love testosterone, and I also believe, like I said, like you said, steroids is used to cure a lot of things. And if you look at anything, a cream you put on when you've burnt yourself or when you've done something, it's got an element of testosterone. It's got an element of a steroid in it. Basically to help you. But like I said, I think our young men, I think, like everything, and I've spoken to Chris doesn't take anything, but when I talk to him about, he's 25, but when I talk to him about, regardless if you ever think about taking a substance if you haven't exhausted things naturally, which is predominantly your diet, and grabbed a dumbbell or two. Why even touch it? Like, as long as you've exhausted that area.
Even there's some young guys in the gym over here that look really good and are quite handy.
Yeah.
And they've wanted to go on gear.
Yeah.
And I've tried to talk them out of it.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
If you're not going to compete, why bother?
Exactly. You know what I mean? If you don't have sponsors, why bother?
Yeah.
Because they're paying you. If you're not getting paid.
If you're not competing, if this isn't your business, don't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not worth it. And one of them, he got to the Europe. He genetically really good kid.
Yeah, yeah.
Great genetics, great shape.
Yep.
Really full round muscle bellies and that.
Yeah.
He took a couple of cycles and looked really good. 18 months later, done, finished. He just said, no, I realized I want to be healthy. I want to be normal. It took up my whole life. I'm not doing it just to look good walking down the road. So he stopped.
Well,
so he's clean now.
Yeah, I took 2 cycles at 49, and I'm 56. I haven't touched it since. And to be honest, it woke me up. Like, I put on size. I was 90 kilos ripped. At the moment, I'm probably 86, 85 kilos. I was 90 kilos. I'm 5'10", 5'10 and a half. But I was 90 kilos. It looked good. I won't deny it. But the one thing I realized when I took it, the one thing that really made me pay attention was, fuck, I'm still driving to the gym. I'm still eating well. I had to double down on all that. And I thought to myself, how come I don't double down on that when I'm natural? How come I just don't double down on that? Like, it took the steroids for me to be more disciplined. And I went, how about I just become disciplined?
Yeah. The only thing you have when you get to a certain level, your body cannot absorb the amount of protein we need to grow that amount of muscle.
Right.
So without having the anabolics to use for protein synthesis to get the protein absorbed, it's all going to go through your kidneys and you're going to piss it all out. So the reason we take anabolics there is so we can absorb more protein to get to that crazy level of muscularity.
Well, here's a new mindset, Chris, for me. That's what I'm going to meditate on. I'm going to use visualization, that my fucking food goes and does what it has to do. Like it goes to my balls, it will go to my muscles as well at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So, like I said, you went and did a comp. Everyone in Nelson Bay thought you were on the gear. You decided to go on the gear. You knew what you're doing. You're quite the doctor yourself. You cured someone of cancer unbeknownst to yourself. So you've been this miracle man. So the following year, obviously, I'm just reading quickly. You said you came to Sydney and to see the big boys and they knew nothing about gear, which you said. But then months later, you actually went to LA for 2 weeks. How was that?
Yeah, I figured I went there to see what they're like, and it wasn't impressive. So I bought a ticket to fly to Venice Beach, went to LA, and I booked a hotel, a hostel there. Yeah, went there for 2 weeks to see how big these pros really were. And we only had magazines. We get magazine once a month. You know
how was it?
Oh, it was awesome. Yeah. I trained with Lou Ferrigno. I seen Arnold. Had breakfast with Arnold a couple of times. Seen him in the gym.
How did you have breakfast with him? What, you just went up to Arnie and said you want to have breakfast together? How did you?
No, it was in Worlds, and I was training Worlds, and what was his name? I can't remember the other guy's name. Bob Paris was in there training.
Yep.
Lou Ferrigno, all the oldies were in there training.
Yep.
And I seen Arnold, and like, Arnold, is it all right if I get a photo with you? He said, wait till after I train.
Yep.
And so he finished training, went up and he had a shower, whatever, come down, and he called me over and he started talking to me, and it was like, oh, where you from? And I said, it's from Australia. And he started talking about Paul and Australia and having a chat, and like, what are you doing? What are you going to compete? And just general chat. Yeah. Took some photos with him.
Yeah.
And the next day I trained. He wasn't at the gym, and I went to the firehouse to have breakfast.
Yeah.
And he was sitting up the end by himself, and he's like, "Hey, Aussie." And he called me up, and so I sat and had breakfast with him, talked to him again. He was really, really nice.
And was he a sight for sore eyes? Great body?
No, he was smaller than me.
You must have been huge. You must have been huge.
No, I was 93 when I got there, 93 kilo.
What year?
He's not 5'11", put it that way. There's no way he's 5'11".
What is he?
6 foot or whatever they say. I'd say 5'9", 5'10", max.
Really?
I'm only 5'7". He's not much taller than me.
Oh, wow. You know what?
The funniest one was Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Go on.
I was in Golds.
Yeah.
I was in Golds and I was training, and I was on a pec machine, and he walked up and he goes, "Can I use that?" "Oh yeah, you can work in if you want." "No, I want the machine." And I said, "Well, then you have to fucking wait till I finish, don't you?" And he looked at me, and he came up to about here on me, and he was about that wide. And I just laughed at him. I thought, "You fucking pisshead, have a look at you." He's a big ego. So I stayed there for like 20 minutes. So just to fucking watch.
Jesus Christ. Isn't it funny how everyone seems so tall? It just seems like they all in Hollywood lie about their height or the way they angle the cameras.
Yeah. The funny one was I was in Worlds and I was doing an incline press, and Lou Ferrigno come over.
Is he big?
And he's a big boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a big boy. He's like, "Oh, can I work in?" I said, "Yeah, mate, no worries. I'm by myself." Yeah. So I stuck a plate on. Stuck a second set, stuck another plate on. And he started grunting and groaning. And third set, I stuck third plate on, and I'd done a set, and I put it back on. And he goes, "Oh, can we take that off?" Okay, I took the plate off and put half a plate on.
Yeah.
6 reps, I had to spot him.
Oh, wow. There you go. You put it on the Incredible Hulk.
He's screaming and yelling, and the weight wasn't going up. I'm like, fuck. He wasn't strong at all. Huge, but not strong.
Yeah.
I've seen quite a few of them over there that time. They'd be doing lateral raises with like 6 kilo dumbbells and stuff like this, and they were huge. A lot of them, it was funny. There was the real hardcore guys that were really strong, and then there was all these others with just low weights and high reps, but they were still big. I don't know what they were doing differently, but I guess everybody's body's a bit different.
I think
it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I think a lot of them really didn't pick up heavy weight. Hear me, except for Ronnie Coleman, I heard picked up big weight, but I don't know if Jay Cutler picked up heavy weight. But it seems like the Aussies.
NASA trained heavy.
Yeah, You mentioned, well, I think what I was going to say is it seems like us Aussies really picked up heavy. We were heavy lifters, right? But you mentioned you trained with NASA and you trained with Sonny Schmidt.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
I missed the last bit, sorry.
You trained with Sonny Schmidt as well?
Yeah, but he was at Doherty's. Sonny was fun. Sonny was great. They were one of the nicest people you'll ever meet.
I heard.
But Sonny being Sonny, what's Sonny's is what's yours is ours type of thing.
What do you mean?
Well, he'd come over for lunch or something like that. And he's like, oh, I'll show you. Have you got any test? I'm like, yeah, I got. What do you got? And you'd go to show him. He'd stick his hand in, grab a few. Oh, thanks, man. Stick his pocket, and that's it. Stop.
What's yours is ours. Oh God.
Yeah, NASA was good. NASA turned. I was friends with NASA until he passed, basically.
Really?
Got to know NASA reasonably well. He was very intelligent.
Was he?
Him and Milos Sarcev are the two smartest bodybuilders I've ever met.
Have you hung out with Milos?
Yeah, I know Milos quite well.
Yeah, I had him on the podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. There you go.
Yeah, he's very good, Milos. He came to my place in Spain here a few years ago, back in 2008.
Really?
Yeah, he come up, and when he moved to Spain, he had to get out. He got out of the US for a while. He was living down south a bit, and I offered him to stay at my place in Spain.
And he did?
If he needed. No, in the end, it was too far from the gym he was working at, so he stayed back down where he was. But he come up and had lunch a few times. He's like Millis was good. Trained with him a couple of times. NASA trained heavy.
Yeah.
Like I could match NASA on most things, but squats, I couldn't squat with him. He's 6 plates easy on squats.
Wow.
And man, he could eat.
Yeah.
Fuck, that guy could eat some food.
Yeah.
So when he was doing the tour of Australia, he used to like basically fed him. He helped prepare food for him and stuff like that. Come over and eat. And he was like at one stage he's like, "Oh, Shane, thank you so much for all your help. Anything you want to know, ask me anything. I'll tell you honestly." So I got out a piece of paper and a pen and asked him all these questions, and I had about, I don't know, a quarter of a page written down.
Mm-hmm.
And then he started asking me some questions, and he had 2 pages.
Yeah, I was going to say, I bet you any money you knew more than them.
And the next year was the biggest he ever was at the Olympia and the best shape he ever was at the Olympia.
By your assistance in helping him dial it in?
Yeah, just manipulating the drugs and adding the right anabolic to the right testosterone and acting times and cycle times and things like that.
Do you still know all that stuff today?
I know it from the 90s. I don't know.
Has it changed a lot now?
Today and all the different stuff.
Yeah,
so I know all the basic stuff, like the testosterone, the anabolics. For me, the biggest thing for me, as far as growth wise, was insulin.
But insulin's quite dangerous, is it?
I'll kill you as quick as look out. Yeah.
Was that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It'll kill you as quick as look at it if you do it wrong.
So tell me about insulin.
Well, insulin is the most powerful anabolic hormone in the body. So, and what it does, it forces all the sugars, proteins, nutrients into the cell to get growth.
Yeah.
But if you take a little bit too much and your blood sugar run low, you'll go into diabetic shock and comatose, and basically die. So, insulin, it only works on certain body types as far as bodybuilding going.
Mm-hmm.
If you're lean and muscular, you'll grow lean muscle.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a little water in that, you'll hold a bit of water. Mm-hmm. And if you're fat, you'll just get fatter.
So when do you take insulin?
I used to take, I could tell you how much, but it mightn't be very wise because other people try it, they might drop dead, because I used to take quite a lot because my body liked it. But I used to take it.
Well, don't say the
immediately
amount.
After training.
Yeah.
Yeah, immediately after training, with protein and carbs, like drink wise.
Yeah.
And then 40 minutes later, you'd eat your meal, because it used to use Humalog, which is fast acting, peaks in 45 minutes. So, and if I trained twice a day, I'd take it twice a day.
Wow.
And I did that for 2 years straight.
Was it as dangerous as it is because of the amount? Is it a clean one? Is it clean? Is that what it is? What is it about?
It's perfect. It pushes all the nutrients into the cells.
That's what I'm saying. It sounds.
You up, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Go on.
It is a wonder drug as far as that goes, but it's certain people can take it, certain people can't. I don't know if I'm lucky or not, but I could take it, and I could take quite a bit of it. But it made a big difference to me as far as putting on weight. Yeah, a few times I'd taken it, and obviously I hadn't had enough carbs in the system, or I'd done a bigger workout and burnt more carbs out, and I've started to go hypoglycemic. So I remember one time in Melbourne, I was driving and I was heading home, and all of a sudden I could hardly see. And I pulled into a gas station, ran inside, and by the time I got there, I'd gone all vague. I didn't even know why I was in there. And the gas attendant's looking at me, "Does you okay?" And all I said was sugar. And turns out his sister was diabetic. So he grabbed a can of Coke and a Mars bar and stuck it in my face. And was like, oh, cheers for that. Thank you. I'm off home now. That was good.
Wow. You mentioned that when hey guys, Steve here. Muscle Talks podcast. Just a quick shout out to one of our amazing sponsors, Macro Foods. You know how I feel about food. Food is very important to me. Macrofoods.com.au. Go check them out. And to get that little bit more off the price, use code MTP10 to get 10% off all your orders. I want to look. I'll just let me speak about some of your competitive highlights. 1994. Winner of NABBA Australasia, medium class overall, according, right? 1994 at the NABBA Mr. Universe London, had placed third place in medium class. In 1995, winner of NABBA Australasia, medium class overall, and winner of his class at the NABBA Mr. Universe in London, 1995. 1997, winner of IFBB Australasia, heavyweight. Is that true?
Yeah.
And then also... guest poser at a contest in 1996. It was called Sabah, which was the Adelaide Physique Classic. Is that true? I think so. That's what it tells me here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We guest posed for the nationals there, for the state titles there. And that year I also guest posed for the New Zealand nationals.
Wow.
That was quite funny. I had after the guest posing, I was sitting at the table.
Mm-hmm.
And this Samoan boy come up.
Yeah.
Samoan guy come up. He was about 6'2", I think.
Yep.
And he was 197 kilo.
A what?
He was 197 kilo.
Oh God. Yeah. Yep. Go on.
He was enormous.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he come up and I'm sitting at the table.
Yep.
And he's like, man, look awesome, bro. How I look like you. And I looked up and I said, don't eat for about 3 years. He goes, yeah, I think I was going to go down to 180, but I think fuck it now. I try over 200.
Oh God. Wow. Was he fat? I'm assuming fat guy.
You can still see shape of him.
Wow.
Actually, no, he might have been about 6'6", 6'7". I've never seen anything like it.
6'7". That's
huge. He was enormous. I think he had 27-inch calves.
God, no, that's huge. That's built. Because sometimes the Samoans can be quite fat. That's what I was thinking to myself.
Like he had a stomach on him, but like you could see the tricep and that on his arm, and he was fat, but he was big. He had a lot of muscle.
So, just quickly, let's go through some of the. You were in Melbourne. You lived in Melbourne for a little while. But
after years in Melbourne, training.
Sorry, go on.
There.
Trained there, but go on.
Trained at Graham Lansfield's gym there, Finlay's gym, and Doherty's. And
then, if you know the underbelly stories, you packed up and moved to Perth. Why would you have to leave Melbourne? Was it just that notorious?
No, I moved to Perth basically because I was with Diane at the time, and she was from Perth. So we decided to move over there, and Masashi wanted me to work as one of the reps in Perth.
Yep.
So we packed up and moved over there. But it was funny, like in Melbourne, obviously because you're involved in the gym.
Yep.
All the guys from like Underbelly and all that sort of old gangsters, they all want to be big and strong and everything like that. So and have size. So funny watching the series or reading the book. I knew a lot of them, put it that way.
I can only imagine. Just reading here. So you helped set up a gym in Perth as well?
Yeah.
And there was a few bikey gangsters that wanted to know all about getting big. Was that part of the underbellies?
A few of them are in the book, yeah.
Yeah.
A few of the mafia type are in the book or in the series as well. They're in Perth. They're still there now. I ended up, I ran a few of their nightclubs for them and knew them all quite well. Same thing again, all about training and diet. They all wanted to know about training and diet. So
and gear, obviously gear as well.
Yeah, lots of it. So got to know a lot of them. That was good. Get to meet some interesting people.
Oh, I can imagine. Well, it's, the training back then, and even, or training back then, it was definitely, don't get me wrong, we didn't have doctors, lawyers, accountants. We didn't have, there wasn't many girls in the gym either. Not that there's a problem with that. What I'm saying is, it wasn't definitely the people that were academic. Most people were fucking doormen, plumbers, builders, just office work, whatever we were. It was very much a gym bro, low, some bit low economic as well. It was just, I don't know what it was.
The trouble you had back then too was the stigma of a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
Like, the coppers were always looking at you and things like that. Like that gym I helped set up. It was a small gym in the center of the city, and a guy bought it and he moved it into a much bigger premises just on the outskirts a little bit.
Yeah.
And he asked me if I could set it up for him. So we went out there and all the machinery, it's just to line up, put all the machinery in the right places, and so it worked.
Yeah.
The guy did have a bit of a drug issue.
Yep.
So
yep.
Sometimes he'd go into the gym and just empty the till.
Oh, yep. Yep.
And then he'd go through managers quite often because he was quite paranoid about where the money was and everything. And he just let us train for free. Like said, life membership, train wherever you want. It's open to you.
Yeah.
And he'd hired this skinny little fag-looking guy as a manager. And he kept asking me for my membership card. And I said, look, speak to old mate. We don't need to pay. We set the place up. He wants us to train here. I don't need a card. And I was actually getting ready for a show. And I walked in, he's like, oh, where's your €10? Like $10 if you haven't got your card. I said, look, speak to the boss. I don't need to pay, and just walked off and went and started training. And I was up and I was doing bent over rows in the middle of a set, and he come up and tapped me on the shoulder. I had about 4.5 plates on. And he's like, you need to pay or leave. And I told him to fuck off, obviously.
Yep.
About 5 minutes later, 10 minutes later, I was still it wasn't quick fast because I was still on the doing bent over rows.
Yep.
2 coppers come up. And I'm like, he'd call the cops. And I knew one of them from one of the other gyms. Yeah. He trained at one of the other gyms. Yeah. He's like, oh, Shane, it's time to leave. I'm like, what? And I went, oh, let a faggot call the cops. Yeah. And he's like, come on, Shane. I said, I'm allowed to train you for free. And he goes, he's the manager. The owner isn't here. He's in charge. He wants you to leave the premises. I'm like, yeah, whatever. So I turned around, and it was him and another one, and there's 2 more at the top of the stairs. Yeah. I'm like, what? Then there's 2 more at the bottom of the stairs.
Wow. Just to take you out.
2 more at the front door.
Yeah.
There was 9 of them turn up to escort me out the gym. So, of course, I got outside and I was a little bit pissed off because I hadn't finished my workout. And the obviously spoke a little too much. I tried to get them to remove the badges and come around the corner, and I threatened to knock all of them out. And he's like, Shane, go home. Just go home. But like my place had been broken into 3 weeks earlier in Perth, and they'd stolen stuff. It took 6 hours for the coppers to get there. And when they did get there, they did nothing. And yet this guy calls, and there was 9 of them there in under 10 minutes to escort me out the gym because he felt threatened.
Are you known? Are you a good fighter?
Oh, I've knocked a few people out.
I've got a feeling you know what you're doing. I've got a feeling they've got a bit of a report on you that they print out, and they know that they need 9 cops. They know once.
Yeah, there's always a few. They raided my house in Perth once for DHEA. I'd ordered some DHEA online.
Yeah, what's DHEA? What's that?
It's a supplement you can buy. It's called the mother of all hormones. It's really good for women. Really good for for women, for menopause,
Yep.
for young ones with their hormones are mixed up.
Yep.
It's not really good for older guys, like 70s and that. It's okay. Normal people, it's not. And I'd ordered some, and obviously Customs had got it. And again, I think there was 9 or 10 of them in 6 cars turned up at 5 a.m. in the morning to raid my house for DHEA, which is a supplement you can buy in any health food store all over the world. But in Australia, they class it as a steroid.
Wow. Well, I got a feeling, yeah, you probably are on the run, mate, just like my initial introduction was about you.
Yeah. Well, they love you in Customs in Australia as a bodybuilder.
Oh, yeah, of course they do. I mean,
I got coming back from the universe, I got searched.
really?
Every time I come back into the country, I get searched. And you know you're going to get searched. You know what I mean? So the following year, the year I won, I got sick of getting searched all the time. So I was going with the universe. I think I was gone for 10 days, 8 days or 10 days. So I packed jocks and socks for the 10 days, and I never cleaned them. I just stuck them in a Ziploc bag. And I got to a few days in. I'm like, not dirty enough. So I started using the jocks to wipe my ass with.
Oh, no.
And put them back in the bag.
Yeah.
In the Ziploc bag. So when it was time to go home, I had a bag with lots of pockets in it. I packed on my bag. I put the tanning gloves on and pulled all these shitty jocks out and stuffed them in all the pockets in my bag.
Oh, yeah.
And jumped on the plane and off I went home. And before I got off the plane, I went to the toilet, had a drink because I knew I'm going to get pulled. As soon as they swipe my passport, they look straight up at you, and 2 guys come out from the other side to escort you to get your bags.
Yeah.
And you can come with me. Yeah, no worries. We're going to do a search of your bag. Yeah, go ahead. So I'm sitting there, and he starts opening the bag, and there's all these jocks covered in shit coming out. Oh, it was so funny. The look on his face. He's pulling it all out. And of course, there's nothing in there. He goes, okay, you can go. I'm like, but you've unpacked my bag. Yeah, off you go. I said, well, you can put it back in the bag. Not my job. I said, you took it out. You put it back in. I'm not going anywhere. I'm right. And he started complaining, and then the guy come over, and it was obviously his boss. And I went, he took the shit out of my bag. He unpacked it. He can put it back in. And he goes, yeah, just put it back in. And he got the shits. He starts shoving. I'm like, hey, come on, Chad, don't take the piss. It was all folded. You know what I mean? And oh, mate, this guy was fucking livid. He was so pissed at me. But it was quite funny.
Hopefully they never had to check you again after that. Maybe that got you grace.
Yeah. Yeah.
Time to go over the body. Let's so this is where we come to the end of the podcast and we go over the body. I'm going to give you a body part, and all I need is an exercise, sets, and reps. Okay, it's pretty simple. You'll get it.
Yep.
So traps.
A few shrugs. That was it. Never really did them.
Yeah, a few shrugs.
I got them. It was all from back training. I got traps.
Okay. Delts, side delts.
Delts was heavy shoulder presses, side laterals, rear laterals, front raises, and wide grip upright rows.
Wide grip up.
You basically go like this.
Yeah.
You make your hand like this and pull up, and it caps your shoulder.
Oh, is that
It makes a really nice tap on your shoulder.
That's for the rear delt?
That's for your whole delt.
Yeah, the whole delt.
To make a nice tap.
Yeah, very nice. Lats.
Lats was warm up with pull downs.
Yep.
My main exercise was rows, would be 7 sets of rows.
Yep.
Like I said, up to about 230, 240 kilo.
Yep.
And then from there, low pulley rows, and then reverse grip rows pulling down like this, pull down.
Yep.
But like this, not out wide.
Yep.
Then hyperextensions.
Okay. Chest.
Always incline, mainly incline.
Yep.
Again, up to about 200 kilo for 9 reps on incline.
Wow.
Then incline bar, then incline dumbbells, not as steep. Cable flies, and pullovers.
Okay, that was a good chest workout. Bicep.
Standing curls, standing barbell curls, alternating dumbbell curls and hammer curls.
A tricep.
Push downs, reverse grip bench press.
Yep.
Close grip, reverse grip bench press.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. Rope over your head with the cable.
Oh, yeah. Pullovers.
Yeah, and then dips.
Dips, yeah. Did you train forearms?
No.
No forearms.
Never.
Abs.
Pass. Never trained them.
Quads.
Quads. Like I said, it wasn't a good big squatter because of my knees.
Yep.
So legs always started with hamstrings.
Hamstrings.
Because the hamstring attaches to the front of your shin, so it pulls your knee together.
Yep.
And warms your knees up. So it was always line leg curls, stiff-legged deadlifts, single leg deadlifts.
Yep.
Wide grip leg press up the top.
Yep.
And then into leg press, hack squats, leg extensions.
Lovely. Calves.
High reps.
High reps.
Standing calves or seated calves.
Yeah.
High reps.
Yeah.
50 rep range.
Okay. Tibialis. That's the front of your calf.
Never.
Never. I don't know. Do you want to promote yourself? Where can people find you? But you don't want anyone to find you.
It's been there, done that, got the T-shirt, mate, moved on. I go snowboarding now. I spend about 100 days a year on the season up snowboarding.
I've noticed that all you do is snowboarding, but I know that your own personal is Shane Stratton. What is it, Shane Stratton, your IG? What's your IG?
Stratton Motorsports 12.
Oh, yeah, that's what it is, Shane Motorsports. Yeah, I've noticed, man, all you do is motorcycles, cars, driving Maseratis, Lamborghinis.
Yeah, I do a lot of just because I love cars and bikes.
Yeah.
I still work with quite a few of the racers.
Yeah.
Running their training bikes or helping them train and stuff like that with a super bike, GP, things like that. And I love cars. So I do supercar transport around Europe because I enjoy it.
You drive someone's car from another country to the country they want?
Yesterday, why I missed Monday, sorry, I was picking up an Aston Martin.
I noticed.
Down in Spain and brought that back. But normally we cart them in enclosed trailers because they're worth so much money.
Yeah.
So,
but you got to drive this one.
Yeah, I drive them all, but not very far. Like normally it's just on and off the trailer around the block or something like that. But this one I had to drive. I think I drove 600K.
How was it?
Not bad. And we don't have all the cameras like in Australia, in Spain, and there's got to be a warning sign before the camera, otherwise they can't find you. Mm-hmm. So you can cruise along quite nicely, let's say.
Mate, I just want to say thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate the chat. The chat's been amazing. If I could ask you to do one more thing for us, everyone seems to give us something. I don't know, maybe you can, we have about 120 odd of them. If you can give us, what would be your best mental health tip to somebody?
Mental health tip?
Yeah.
Be happy within yourself. It's just, people have got to learn to love themselves or do what they love doing. You know what I mean? If you do what you love doing, you'll be successful. It's as simple as that. And if you're successful, you're going to be happy.
I think it's music to my ears, man. Thank you so much.
No worries, mate. Cheers for the chat.
Thank you so much, man. We'll keep in contact. I'll let you know how it all goes, but I'm really grateful. And thank you, man. It's been a joy.
All right. Hope it was good.
Thanks, was
buddy.
Good. Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Mate. Bye-bye. Hey, guys. Another podcast done with another wonderful guest. They're all greats, no matter who they are. So to continue what we're doing and to keep supporting you and bringing the very best, if you could subscribe, hit the notification bell, press like. It only helps us to grow this channel even further. We really appreciate the support, and to go and find more all around the world. Bring them here to Muscle Talks podcast and share real, raw, and honest conversation around a sport we love, bodybuilding. Please subscribe. Thank you for watching this podcast. Thank you for watching all podcasts. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. So subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, and continue watching us here on YouTube or listening to us here on Spotify.